music, good times.
One good thing about music, when it is
good music, good times. Delivering the best.
GMGT, yeah, GMGT. Good music, good times. We bring the good vibes. Where the culture lives, we ain't just nice, we real nice. Good music, good times. We bring the good vibes. Where the culture lives, we ain't just nice, we real nice. GMGT, yeah, yeah. Whoa, yo, GMGT is where the culture lives. GMGT ain't just full of vibes, you know. They full of real vibes. So keep it locked. I said to keep it locked.
Going live soon on Facebook, YouTube, and Mixcloud. Good music, good times, where the culture lives.
GMGT big, 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 where the culture lives. Big, big, vibes big, big, big. GMGT, oh, it is what it is. Smartin.
Good morning.
Edgy, witty, and raw. Yep, this is the wake-up call. We are the reason you get written up or worse, fired. Good music, good times, where the culture lives.
Ice cream. These are the girls and so sweet and so nice and soft. All of the girls them know. I wanna see the hands them. All of the ice cream woman me say put up on one. All of the girls them know. All of the ice cream woman me say put up on one. Love you all. This is coalition and we out on the scene. Tune for the girl what them call ice cream. All of the girls them. I wanna hear you scream. I mean, the girl so soft and sweet like ice cream, with the chocolate chips in between, just like something from out of my dream. Oh, ice cream. I mean, the girl so soft and sweet like ice cream, with the chocolate chips in between, just like something from out of my dream. Oh, ice cream. Me sing, Kiki for one, come catch the flavor. Coalition massive got a new one for ya. This one goes out to all the data. Love you all. Whether I large, we say whether you slim, black, white, brown, all them we call him. All of the girl we requesting. Love you all. Ice cream, it off, you control me. Chocolate, please help me. Say this, you want it off, you run up the party. Everybody say, I mean, the girl so soft and sweet like ice cream, with the chocolate chips in between, just like something from out of my dream. Oh, ice cream. I mean, the girl so soft and sweet like ice cream, with the chocolate chips in between, just like something from out of my dream. Oh, ice cream. All of the girl them know. Let me tell them. We sing once again. It comes a brand new flavor. Woy. Girls coalition, love you forever. Woy. Strawberry, ripple, chocolate, and vanilla. Y'all, you have the flavor. Again, once again, it comes a brand new flavor. Woy. Girls coalition, love you forever. Woy. Strawberry, ripple, chocolate, and vanilla. Y'all, you have the flavor. Ice cream, all of she body man me caress. Soft and sweet tenderness. She put a little on my chest. Yes, yes. Ice cream, all of she body man me caress. Soft and sweet tenderness. She put a little on my chest. Yes, yes. Ice cream truck inside the area. All of the bands you better move over. the man entice. You're so nice. Again me sing and then I hear because you know that you're nice. Sweet like sugar, girl, you have the eyes. Screaming at your body and the man entice. You're so nice. Big girl so soft and sweet like ice cream. With the chocolate chips in between. Just like something from out of a dream. Oh, ice cream. Big girl so soft and sweet like ice cream. With the chocolate chips in between. Just like something from out of a dream. Oh, ice cream.
Hey, 12 party straight. 3 days before the fetting done. I can't believe. From Friday I'm drinking rum all on my face. Paint and water dripping down. Could barely see. Boy, I'm trying to find my crew on the line. They so far behind this time. I'm set in place. All day I'm pelting ways. Your look on my hand is every wristband. A woman in front of me, and I ain't got no shame. They want to challenge me, tell me I can't survive the weekend. Oh, it's now I accept it. See me up and down in the street. Them now I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you. Now I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you. Hey, in every fete, from sun up till sun goes down, they know me name. Been doing this thing from young, is only pace. Today I ain't slowing down, come challenge me. Oh, I'm trying to find my crew on the line. They so far behind this time, I'm set in place. All day I'm pelting ways. Your look on me hand is every wristband. A woman in front of me, and I ain't got no shame. They want to challenge me, tell me I can't survive the weekend. Oh, it's now I accept it. See me up and down in the street. Them now I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you. Now I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you. Challenge accepted. Tell them not ready. In all defected, my team coming heavy. Challenge accepted. Tell them not ready. In all defected, my team coming heavy. I'm trying to find my crew on the line. They so far behind this time. I'm set in pace. All day I'm pelting ways. Your look on me hand is every wristband. A woman in front of me, and I ain't got no shame. They want to challenge me, tell me I can't survive the weekend. Oh, it's now I accept it. See me up and down in the street. Them now I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you. No, I'm challenging you. 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 Hey. To me, I all over. Chunk us over. I all over. I doing anything, everywhere on the road. Every fete, every dance I want to drum. I will be frolicking, everywhere that I go. Find the truck on the stage in the bar. Like it's my duty to get on wild and wassy. Turn over every party, and nobody can stop me. Why? Eyes a drinker to me heart, a winer to me heart. Eyes a flutter to me heart, a masquerader to me
Welcome, one and all. It's the wake-up call, the virtual edition once again. Good morning, Wild and Holy.
Good morning.
Good morning, Consuela.
Good morning.
All right. Where are the other slackers?
I have no idea.
Probably on the third dream. That's what I would be.
Oh, somebody just joined. Storm. Has anybody seen ALMABOY?
No.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Morning.
Good morning. Can somebody message Alma Boy? We can't start the show unless he does his good morning. All right, let me see if I can get this this other screen up on here. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with us this morning. We're doing a virtual edition. Morning to the team over there on Mixcloud already. Let's see if I can get something playing in the background real nice. Run this first. Morning, everybody. And let's see. Let me give you a little soca something in the background. Let's you know what? I feel for this here. Yeah. Somebody call the Uber. Consuela, do we have anything inside Trello? I think I messed up my Trello because when I went in there I couldn't find anything. I had a original Trello and then I set up another Trello for us, and I think I messed up somewhere. So I don't think I'm seeing our Trello anymore.
Okay, so I hope you got my message.
I spoke to him.
Yeah.
He forgot about Tuesdays, y'all.
Oh.
He should be on shortly.
Oh, he forgot about Tuesdays.
Yes, he forgot that we had did the little switcheroo.
Okay, all right. That works. Wow. Trello looks kind of light this morning. Am I seeing right? Are we doing the back in the corner at 8?
I have a back in the corner.
We could do it at 9.
Or should we do it at 9?
9.
9? Okay, we'll do it at 9. Good morning, everybody inside New York City. It's a snow day. We have Wild and Holy with us here this morning, and she's on the screen looking like she's ready to go. Let me see. Let's see. Do this. Let's see. We have Consuela here with us. We have Storm here with us. Yeah, give everybody a little shine this morning. I am also here with us. Yay, that looks good. That looks good. Storm went off for some reason.
I'm trying to put on my Bluetooth.
Okay, Storm.
Yeah, we're a little light this morning. I said, yeah, we're a little light this morning.
Yeah. I took a look outside. My goodness. Ugh.
Y'all want to see my outside? I'm not going to work today. Like, that's just what they're gonna have to. I went to work yesterday.
Wow, yesterday you went outside?
I sure did. Sometimes you got to show your job, like, look, I'm willing to travel and do these things. But they closed early yesterday. We usually close at 10. They closed at 4. So just for y'all to see if it's going to come up. This is what in front of my house looks like right now.
Wow.
Jesus.
That is disgusting.
Y'all want?
All I did was go outside to do some shoveling. I shoveled out my car. I made sure my walkway was clear, and then I went right back inside. I didn't go back out again.
Oh no, my baby got a tractor trailer, so we was in and out.
Show off.
We was in and out.
Show off.
But Kanasi looking a little disgusting too.
Let's see who we have here. We have some people on YouTube. Good morning to the people at YouTube. As you guys know, we are in New York City, and due to the inclement weather, we decided to go virtual with the show. This is one of the shows that's easy to pull off because it's mostly conversations. We're not gonna be live for the rest of the day. Everything else is gonna be replay. So if you guys want to stick and watch some oh wow, Chantel said she shoveled this morning and she's now heading to work. Good for you, Chantel.
God bless.
Good morning, Nate. Nate is one of our new listeners over on YouTube. So good morning to you, Nate. And Chantel. Chantel is as consistent as a virgin's period. She's always there. Look at Storm's face. she's like, I know he didn't just say that.
Good morning, Rareem. This early.
Yes, this early. We got to take it there. Typically this would be our second hour, so I'm right on time.
Sure is.
I'm sorry. I just woke up.
Me too.
I run it late.
I literally set my alarm for 6:45 and I did not roll out until 6:59.
Oh,
absolutely!
Wow.
You know,
I did 6:40 and then I rolled out like 6:45. I was like, I'm gonna be late. Oh my God, get me out of the bed.
You know, I'm tempted to do 7 o'clock, man. That hour makes a difference.
Yes, it does.
That hour makes a big difference. The problem
Especially
is our 7 o'clock is like 8 o'clock in the islands, and then some of the other countries that lock in for us, it's like,
it's late.
Yeah, it's late. It's no longer the wake up call in certain countries. It's
the rooster crowed since like 4.
Yeah, it's like the brunch bell or something like that. No longer the wake up call. So I don't know. We're gonna have to discuss that because that hour makes a difference for me. We're gonna definitely discuss that. Let's see how our listeners feel about it too. Good morning. Let me shout out some names. Good morning to Berthel. Good morning to Sassy Singer. Good morning, Molly. Good morning.
Morning, Molly.
Good morning, Steffi, the team up there in the Bronx. Chaos. Good morning, Omar. Good morning. Good morning to you, sir. Hope everything is going well with your business and all the body butters are being sold out. Juki Johnson, the team down there in Miami. Good morning, Darren, the team down there in Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning, Scott. How you doing, sir? Good morning. DJ Hurricane, the team out there in St. Martin. Sade, Jason. I think I covered everybody that's over on Mixcloud. Anybody else joining us and you're incognito, good morning to you. Let me see what's happening over here on... We have somebody who is religious to us on Twitch. So good morning. They don't really say anything.
Morning, Twitchy.
Good morning, Twitchy.
Charlie switch from YouTube to Twitch.
So what people are
Sam. Charlie's on YouTube. Sam.
Okay. Twitch. So good morning to Sam.
I really had to get polyamorous this morning.
Storm, it's a little early. You talking about
it
me?
Is.
It is 7 o'clock. I'm right on time.
Ooh.
All right now.
Good morning to Vinton, the crew in St. Vincent. Good morning. That's Hunter Flo, the producer out of St. Vincent. He's the one responsible for that brand new rhythm, the Coconut Tree 2021. And
good morning, Hunter.
Y'all can go check that out wherever streaming is available. The what's his name? Magical on that rhythm is great, and the Mandela Links is also good on that. But all the artists did their thing on that rhythm. Who else? All the incognito people on Facebook, good morning to you too. This is the Wake Up Call, the virtual edition. We're gonna rock with you guys until 10. And let's see what we do. Nate Green say we does have some good looking woman in on this station. Thank you, Nate Green. Thank you. While I did not choose them, our vibe here is just bringing in the women. And they're not just beautiful on the outside. They're all talented, accomplished women. That's most importantly. Everybody you're looking at right now is excelling in their field. We have a mass designer. We have a... Should I say what you do, Consuela? I can put that out there?
Sure.
We have a pharmacist here. We have
a pharmacist technician.
A pharmacist technician, I'm sorry. And we have tell him what you do. I'm
a therapist. I'm a financial coach. I'm a
yes. So
whatever else.
Yes. So the ladies here wear many hats, and you know what? It's also reflective of our listeners. We have so many professionals that lock in. And I gotta say, shout out to all the beautiful Caribbean women, whether you're first generation West Indian, whether you're second generation West Indian. Thank you. You've come to the right places where the culture lives. Anybody on the outside want to tell us what's happening with their day, their life? Anybody in any of the Mixcloud want to give us a snow story or anything? You know, it's early. Talk to us.
Weather channel said expect snow in an hour.
Expect more snow.
Morning.
Wow.
There's that.
expect more snow.
Yeah.
More.
I don't know
More.
where he pulling this snow from.
The next hour.
Wow.
That's what it says.
Girl, that's all the snow we didn't get last year. They just piled it.
You absolutely right.
Decided to deliver it today.
Everything actually balances out in the end. So you're right there. It's about 7:30. It's in our first hour this morning. We started a little late. I hope everybody can rock with us until 10 today. So we're gonna go a little extra hour. Yeah. What was that, Storm? Yo, Storm.
Yes, sir.
Can I give you all a Storm story?
Oh my God.
Yo.
Sure.
Storm keeps pushing me to my limit, and not in a bad way. Like, if y'all think GMGT can't do something, just throw it to Storm. just see.
I'm here for it.
I bet you guys can't do this. Call Storm and say that to her, because she finds ways to make me find ways to make things work.
Amen.
Woo. My
Amen.
goodness. Two people I'm scared at when I see my phone ringing: Storm and King Mix.
I believe in you. That's just me believing.
Listen, you need.
Thank you.
That's the type of woman you need with you.
Listen,
who challenges you, yo.
When I see my phone ring and I look down and I see Storm or King Mix, yo, I start getting cold sweats. Like, what's next? What's next?
That just means you're Superman. That's all that is.
Okay.
It.
All right, guys, don't forget. This Friday night from 10 to 1, we have the first of two back-to-back Stormy nights. This weekend, I'm really interested to see what's happening. And next weekend, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. So we have something really up the sleeve getting together for you guys for next week. Next week, Friday. Yeah, so we're going to have the Valentine's Day edition. We return to Julian's promo from this weekend.
Yes.
And y'all can look forward to us being on Julian's going forward a lot. Every second weekend in the month is going to be the My Soca weekend. So it's going to be Soca all weekend, every second weekend in the month. I'm going to give y'all like bits and pieces as we go by. And for the third weekend in the month, we're working on the FUQ, the FUQ, Fed Up of Quarantine. That's going to be a virtual lime every Saturday night from around, I would like to say 11.
8.
Yeah, 11. Yeah. So 11.
Ooh, you know what we could call it? FU quarantine. Just FU quarantine.
No, we're staying with the FUQ Storm. Don't. It's too early. Don't make me think. I already had this thing made up in my mind. Don't force me to come out of my comfort zone. I'm comfortable here.
All right.
It's the FUQ line. FUQ. Fed Up of Quarantine.
The FUQ line.
Yeah.
I like it then.
Yeah. Some people might pronounce the U soft or the U hard. Depends on how you go. You might get a different word.
That's why I ain't even saying it.
Yes, so we're right there. Paris said she's tempted to call out. Wow, you gotta go in.
Call out. Let me tell you.
Do what you gotta do, bro.
These jobs ain't gonna give two shits about you when you sit there and you bust your ass. You
Yep.
hear me? Call
Hello.
out. Yeah,
Yep,
PTO,
yep.
Take that PTO.
Hello and goodbye.
Listen.
Calling out is an option.
In America, absolutely.
Yeah,
Storm,
absolutely.
Storm from people with professional jobs, not for people like me and you. Calling out is an option for the professionals. You and I, we're what? Unemployed hobbyists. That's what we are. Until somebody walks through that door and say, "Hey, Storm, here's $1,000. I want to be on your show." We are unemployed hobbyists. Yes.
I got you.
Yes. Nate Green saying Toronto, they never cancel anything. Yeah, Toronto I think is kind of used to the cold and the snow. And for the most part, New York is unfeasible. Anything happens in New York just keeps moving. But what I think has happened lately is because of the quarantine, it's easier for people to not go into work and still work because of all the remote stuff infrastructure that has been put in place. For example, typically this would be a snow day for my daughter. My daughter has school, right? So that snow stopped nothing because everybody is remote. For the essential workers who has to be out there, such as Chantel and Paris and stuff like that, we definitely Appreciate you guys. Consuela is not essential today. She said F.
Yes, I am. No, let me tell you something.
Oh.
I'm being petty right now because everybody called out on me yesterday.
Oh, you're returning the favor.
Absolutely.
Okay. Oh, Chantel said she called out yesterday. Chantel, here I am praising you, and this is what you do to me. You should have lied.
She's like, not today.
Look, we have a lot of people calling out. Tracy Ann said she called out. Who else? Steffi473 said she's not going anywhere. Who else? Let me see. Molly, what are you doing? Are you going anywhere today? Oh, no, she's switching over. All right, I get it.
She didn't go to work. I don't think she went to work yesterday.
Oh, all right. So everybody who's not locked into work, yes, spend some time with us. We made a switch, and I don't know if anybody noticed. Over on our audio link, we got rid of that company that I was complaining about. We have a new company that's doing our streaming now. I don't know if anybody noticed the difference. Yeah. So let me see if I can turn that on real quick. Doo-doom. Doo-doom. All right. Oh, this thing is not on. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's
That was an old man noise.
Yeah. Let's Oh wow.
All he didn't do is thank you, Jesus.
Hey, I'm gonna start.
Did you need to stretch?
I'm gonna start muting some mics. Don't mess with me. I'm gonna start taking people mics off. Let me see. Back in the wake up call. Okay, we're looking good right now. Let's see. We have 30 minutes after the first hour. Let's see who's talking in the chat. I want to get some of the people. I want some snow stories. What did y'all stay home?
Rhythm just make you feel so.
That's I've been just.
You had your moment, Storm. That's it. You got it. You got that in.
Not yet, but it's all right. I'll let you know.
Okay, let me know. Listen, what are we doing concerning the snow? Y'all coming over and help me shovel?
Who?
Who's he talking to?
I try not to shuffle.
I thought we were still on.
Oh wait, so that's a no?
No.
You know what? We gonna pass by when we make, cause we got a couple houses that we gotta pass by to shuffle.
I have
we gonna pass by.
I have oil down.
You a whole lie.
That didn't change the equation.
Cause I know you lying. I know what y'all cooked yesterday. I know what y'all cooked.
Storm don't seem impressed.
I know what y'all cooked yesterday, and that wasn't it.
Storm, you're not impressed?
Y'all grilled yesterday. You tried it.
Ooh.
Yeah. They grilled yesterday. Correct that. Yeah. I was like, nah, fellas, I'm gonna take a pass on that one.
You always take a pass.
No. I don't deal with the cold. Yeah.
But it could be 50 degrees and Kareem will be outside. It's cold.
Yeah. 50 degrees, it is cold, but
it is.
It
is cold.
Yeah.
April or November, there's a difference.
You know what? You're absolutely right. 50 degrees in April is different from 50 degrees in November. You're absolutely right.
There's a little humidity and there's a little warmth in the air in April. November's
I don't know what it is, but like a 50 degrees in the fall is different from a 50 degrees in the spring. Paris said she stayed in bed, watched the snow fall all day yesterday. Good for you, Paris.
Good for you, Paris.
Let's see what Hunter Flo is in St. Vincent, so he doesn't care for us in this snow.
Hunter, that's just showing off at this point.
Yeah. Gigi, I sent my child out to shovel for money. It's a lost art. Yeah. I can't afford to pay anybody, Gigi, so it's gonna be what's the name of that thing? It's gonna be charity. Anybody coming over here, it's charity. All right.
Donating to Goodwill.
Yep.
Donating to Badwill.
Storm, it's too early. Why you gonna come at me this early? What's the other thing I wanted to mention? There was something I wanted to mention real quick, and it just slipped my mind. Anybody who have anything that's on their mind before we start going into some of these topics? And don't forget, guys, we have Wild and Holy in here. She's a licensed therapist and she has all that good vibes. So anybody having relationship issues, she's also a money coach. You can speak to her about that. Or if just anything in general. You know what? While in Holy, we had a question that we had held back because we felt like it was more appropriate for when you were here. And I think we can address it now. It's 7:34. That could take us up to 8 o'clock, and then we could start jumping into some of the prepared conversations that we have. Let me get this one. It says,
got it. You want me to say it? You got it?
Yeah, I got it. It says, being a child in a Caribbean household can be a struggle, especially when it comes to talking to your parents about yourself and your problems. Even more so if you have depression, anxiety, or suicidal thoughts and have no idea how to communicate that when mental health is a taboo topic. What are some of the ways you can approach this topic with your family?
Lord have mercy. You know, it's so interesting when I think about our countries, our different Caribbean, West Indian countries. You know, I find like it's a situation where they're so rooted in religion that they know the law so well, but they don't know the love as well as they should sometimes. And so it's like, oh, you're not supposed to say, kids are not supposed to speak, spit or rod, spoil a child. They so heavy-handed in those spaces. They don't, some families, not all, they don't know how to communicate with each other. So you grow up sometimes not understanding what it means to be able to talk to your mom, talk to your dad. And so a lot of these people are learning how to communicate as adults. Like I have so many people that come through my practice who are learning how to communicate as adults. They just don't know how to do that, and they're trying to find a balance. I think the number one thing that you have to be able to do is on the parent more so than the child is to learn how to be a soft space for your child to land, like knowing how to be able to listen. And I think that's hard sometimes because we weren't raised like that. We weren't raised to be sitting there listening to kids. Why kids, they're supposed to be seen and not heard. So it's like being able to first be a soft place for your child to land, for them to feel comfortable to even come to you to say anything. And then making sure that you're not judging whatever it is that they're saying, within reason, of course. I think there's a difference between disrespect and communication. And I think a lot of things just get lumped in with disrespect when you're talking about Caribbean families.
Nice. So for me, I always say, like, my experience growing up, and I use that a lot, is that like I didn't doubt that my mom loved me, but there was no, you know, I didn't grow up with the hugs, hey, I love you, or none of that. But it was kind of like an unspoken language, because this woman is providing for me. She's taking care of me. If I'm sick, she makes sure, you know. So I think that's the kind of Caribbean way of showing love. Like, look what I'm doing for you. Oh, you're hungry? Make sure you eat, you know? Make sure you have something on your back. Make sure you have $1 in your pocket. But that doesn't, what would we call this? It's definitely not affection, but it's
physical love. Like, they know how to show, like, when I say physical love, they know how to fulfill physical needs, emotional needs, and mental needs.
So can we say that's tangible love?
So
I like that word, tangible love.
That they love you enough as they were taught, or they know.
Yes.
Everything that they do to you is basically what they think about it. They were probably in a house that was more than 5 children. Most likely they were not the richest. They literally had the basic survival needs. They barely had food, but you know, they had land to toil, so they can always go in the garden and pick something and boil it and call it a day. I don't think there were no hugs and kisses. Like, it's rare to hear that a family was built on that emotional stability in a sense. It was just, you got food, you have a roof over your head. I don't know if you can go to school today, but that you're okay.
Yeah, and that's really what it boiled down to. You're taken care of. Yeah. So that's, you're well loved because you're taken care of. But how comfortable do you feel as randomly going up to your mom and giving her a hug, or walking around saying I love you, or even being able to say, I understand why I got in trouble, but I don't understand this. Like I don't, these two things not adding up.
Even like just giving an explanation for something is a problem because it's an excuse. And on top of that, remember, like, as much as they talk about the good old days, there was a lot of frustration in just being able to provide for the number of children that they had. So it's like you talking about people who go to work all day and work hard because they deadly believe in hard work, because that's that's their structure. So it's like when you come home, it's hard to deal with whining children, especially when you have 5.
Oh, Storm, you said said 5. Like, is that 5? Is that?
But this is what our parents dealt with. If only 5. My mom has 7 or 8 siblings, and some have passed, when they were small. So norm would be like 7, 8 kids.
My grandmother had 9 children. So on my father's side 8, and my mother's side 9. So they were dealing with a lot of kids. There was no birth control. So we're talking about a group of people who was frustrated, and that is partly why they had the mentality they have, like, okay, we don't party when we party, because that was their release. And then during the week, they work hard. So it's really hard. Imagine being frustrated all day and not having anybody to steer you mentally or emotionally to say you have to do this with this kid. It was the norm back then to shoot children or to say, stop complaining. What you have to complain about, and comparing young kids' life to your life. Like, you didn't have it that hard yet, wait till you grow up. So it's we have to understand that they had a different life and they were taught differently, and they were raised probably even harder than we were. Because when I hear my mother
so they think they're doing something better.
Right, just like we think we're doing something better.
Yeah.
The generation behind us is going to be like these people.
It's very, very true. Like I had posted something on my Facebook a couple of weeks ago where it said, you want to break generational curse, give your kids the right to tell you when something you're doing is hurting them without being defensive and dismissive. And I think that is the crux of a lot of those, I would say, first, second generation Caribbean kid problems. Like the automatic response is to be defensive, is to be dismissive, because to Storm's point, they probably did better with us than their parents did with them, because you love people the best way that you know how. So they're only operating in a way that is normal to them. So for us, it's like, you didn't give me enough this, you didn't give me enough that. But it's not to say that it was something that was intentionally malicious, This is how they born and grow, and they think they're giving you a little bit something better, and vice versa. So it's a situation where now when you're sitting there and saying, I didn't get this, or I didn't get that, it's very easy to come and be defensive, which is why I go back to the point of, you have to be a soft place to land for your kids in any relationship anyway. Like, people will not come to you and feel it's okay to be vulnerable if you are not going to emotionally secure them. That's just not going to happen. It's just not.
Yeah.
And then we have to remember that it's kind of on us too, because I have conversations with my mom all the time, and I have to be patient with her a lot. We were given educational stuff that we were given, we were allowed to have certain education that they weren't. We were allowed to have just the environment we live in with the mental health and knowing about self-love and taking care of yourself first instead of taking care of other people. Remember, they grew up in a time where if you took care of yourself first, you're being a selfish person. So it's like we have so much opportunities, and we are, I wouldn't say intellectually better, but I would say we have had a lot of training and teaching that they haven't had the opportunity to have.
I
have
agree.
to remember that and be soft for them.
So I'm having a little bit of an experience in like when you guys said soft place, that kind of wake me up a little bit, and I was self-aware, but now that you put it that way, I think I'll be even more, my daughter is in a higher grade, and some of the work is challenging her, and I was trying to explain something to her the other day, and for whatever reason she wasn't getting it, and I got frustrated because in my experience is like she's supposed to get this, like, but it's like, I don't know, I'm not putting myself in her shoes to understand that the experience she's having, being pulled out of one grade and jump into the middle of something, and now she's not getting the work and I'm getting frustrated, and she's in her mind probably like, I can do this, and why isn't daddy getting it? So after that experience with her, I kind of pulled myself back, and I'm like, you gotta understand that this is, how would you feel if like you get pulled out of a English speaking country and get thrown into, and a lot of it for her is English and French because of what she's seeing. So yesterday we had a little another session where I was helping out with some math, and it went way better. Do I have room for improvement? Hell yeah, I still have a lot of room for improvement. But the fact that I understood I have to kind of change the approach. You mentioned in that soft place now, I'm gonna be more mindful. Like, hey, I should want her to want to come to me. Not like, oh, I'm not gonna go to daddy because he's he's gonna treat me like I don't know what I'm doing.
That's
and
what
you know?
happened to me.
Yeah. So I that soft space thing is a real thing. So, you know, it's something I'm gonna keep in mind going forward.
So
That's
I have
definitely what happened to me.
You didn't
as
have
a
a
kid.
soul space. I didn't really.
Listen, my dad was a teacher for 15, 20 years or something like that. So the only smart thing to do if you need help with your work, you go to your dad because he's a teacher. I can tell you exactly what happened, the math problem that I had an issue with. I can tell you that, and this happened when I was in 2nd grade. That was the last time I asked my father for help. And from then, I did every single schoolwork on my own. From 2nd grade. Because of that approach. Like, it was my fault, but at the same time, like, I didn't read the directions. What kid reads the directions? You look at something, you assume, guesstimate what you're supposed to do. And that wasn't clicking. And it went from frustration to ignorance to I'm going to be a Jack Bamsey. And that was the last time I've ever... Yeah, absolutely, a Jack Bamsey. Yep. That was the last time I've ever asked them for any type of help.
Isn't it funny how when they're babies, we associate their brain with ours? Like, why are you not getting this?
Yeah.
But when it comes to emotional stuff, we
Yeah.
forget that they are little. We want them to be on our level, but when it comes to emotional stuff, we forget that we call them little people. We forget that they have that emotion on that level too. So it's like we hit them with a double-edged sword. They give us a double-edged sword. I have a quick story about a friend. Sorry.
Go ahead,
I was
Storm.
going to say to that point too, it's like you think not just little people. Remember, teenagers are also, their brains aren't fully developed yet. And so even though they look like a grown person and they sound like a grown person and they think they're a grown person, they're also not a grown person. Which is why it's so important to be a soft place.
So let me throw something up there real quick, and then Storm, I want you to continue with your story. Nate over on YouTube says, before I go, I will say North America is the land of opportunity, but it comes with a cost. The cost is the destruction of family. We could explore that a little bit more. Everybody chasing money, no time to talk. Chantel says she's a first generation born in America, so she can relate to some of the things that we're saying right now. Okay, Storm, let's hear what you got to say.
No, I wanted to throw this in there right there. The person, I have a friend of mine, and he's an amazing dad. Right now, a single father, right? Well, I know a lot of single fathers. Anyway, so... He is having a problem with her daughter. She's changing in her life. Like, she's getting her period. She's changing like that. So she's giving some trouble. And I had to say, I get it that you're a guy and you guys change on the outside. You have physical changes. You forget that female hormones is so much more intense than males, right? You have to understand that she's coming from a frustrating place. You are getting boobs and you don't know what to do with it. And people giving you a training bra, but not telling and not even talking to you about your experiences in your body, like how you feel about your body turning into something else, right? You mentally, emotionally, we are not addressing that because you feel if you just give us a training bra that we're going to be fine. You're not addressing that. We don't even know what moods we are in from one time to the other. We are now navigating that because we have so much more hormones in our body spilling over at any given time, especially around that time of the month. And if we're not having conversations about that, or you didn't even know, we're giving trouble in school and you're punishing us because you are thinking like, why is this child getting out of hand? They didn't do this, but then now they're doing that, and not understanding the emotional part of it. And being as, like even women, so their daughters forget that they went through that phase, or they don't even remember the stuff that they went through to say why they had emotional swings and stuff like that. Because my mother didn't tell me anything about that when I was having, when I got my period or anything like that. They didn't talk to me about any emotional stuff that's going to come along with the physical changes of it, right? So you're mean, you're depressed. That's why teenagers are the meanest people on the face of the earth, right? So And it's a balance because you don't want to give them a pass for being, being destructive. But at the same time, you have to understand. You don't want to give them a pass because we don't want to train women that whatever that time of the month, people have to just get out of your way and deal with your attitude. But you want to give them a good outlet for it, right? We want to create that environment and understanding that children are going through changes. We are set for the most part. We're going to grow intellectually and emotionally, but they are going through physical changes all the time. Kind of like Kareem this morning, this old man right? So it's like for us to be more understanding. And it's so weird because it's a burden on us because we have to be more understanding for our parents and for our children.
What is going on with Consuela?
I'm going to get my tea, okay?
Okay, all right.
It's that time of the morning.
That time, yes.
So, like, we just, you know what? Just having these conversations makes us more mindful and understanding that other people is going through it as well and dealing with it. And just for everybody's suggestion and everything around it, it's like, and this is an amazing guy, like, who does everything for his kids. Never even thought about the fact that these are hormonal changes and not just somebody wanting to lash out right about now.
That's it, Storm?
Yes, sir.
Okay. No. I just wanted to make sure because I don't want the uncomfortable silence. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a quick music break and we're gonna come back. We're gonna jump into some of the prepared conversations. We have Wild and Holy here with us this morning. She's a licensed therapist. Before we take that music break, can you give them some information like where they can find you if they need to look you up?
Sure.
Go ahead.
On Facebook as well as on Instagram, I'm under Soul Vision Wellness. There is an active website that I have, www.soulvisionwellness.com, where you can be able to look up information about scheduling an appointment or just get information about therapy. Like, I think it's really important for people to know, like, therapy is an option for you, but at the same time, if you're not necessarily ready to make that step, there's also other options that are available to you for you to be able to make sure that you're doing what's right for you to prioritize your mental health, not just your physical health. So soulvisionwellness.com.
Can somebody tell Consuela mute her mic? She's rumbling in the background. Here's what. We're going to jump into this music break, come right back. It's the wake up call. It's the virtual edition. It's a snow day in NYC. Whew. Shout out to all the essential workers out there, man. The people that go out there. And after this show, I'll be out there shoveling some snow. So anybody want to drop by the studio and help out, we can make a snowman and snow angels. Anybody interested? Any takers? No? Nobody?
I wouldn't fall for that if I were.
Consuela, you're muted right now.
It was muted the first time, so it wasn't me. Thank you very much.
No. It was you.
No, I was muted, baby. I was muted. I promise you, I was muted.
So, Storm, who's moving dishes in your background?
I don't live with nobody, sir.
Wild and Hold, you got anybody moving dishes in your background?
Yes.
Oh, you see? Where's my apology? Where's my apology?
Once again, I said, well, maybe that's not me. Maybe not.
Oh, okay. I apologize. I sincerely apologize, Consuela.
Thank you.
I apologize.
Consuela, your hair is pretty.
Thank you. You know, when I get my hair, you know, my name is Estela. Estela. Yes.
Good, mama.
You know, and it's a little long, so you know, something for him to grab.
If it's one thing I know is I already put in an order for some corn soup. Chaos says she's probably making corn soup today, so I put in my order. I'm willing to travel. Y'all just be snoozing on the food.
Way to Chaos. Can you bring me my corn soup on the way back?
Mm-hmm. Anyway, let's take this music break. We'll be right back after this. The wake up call. It's Storm. It's Consuela. It's Kareem. It's Wild.
Is that a no?
It's Wild and Holy here.
I see you. Is that a no?
Is her mic on? I see Storm is trying to get my attention. Is her mic on?
Is that a no?
I'm not sure. Storm.
Give him his soup unless he
Storm. I think you might have to cut off the call and come back in. I'm not hearing you. It's coming in a little fuzzy. Storm.
I'm on your way.
Storm. Oh man, I hate when this happens. Storm. We'll be back right after this.
Trace again. The system. Real woman don't mean that your hair do. Pretty nails and shoes don't mean you have to trim man where you spend pan you. Woman you confuse, real woman have them bang book. And we don't make excuse. If all you have is sexy alone, you're bound to lose. So let me tell you about real woman. Don't do anything for a like on the gram. Let me tell you about real woman. Own house, own car, own land. Let me tell you about real woman. Boss up now, take charge of your man. Let me tell you about real woman. Tell them this your song. Put your hand in the air, the air, the air, the air. Walk out, shout out, yeah, 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 yeah. If you know what, you're hand in the air, the air, the air, the air. Walk out, shout out, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh Lord, keep doing the most. It's my money spent, can't spend it to boast. Keep doing the most. It's my money spent, I can't spend it to boast. Hear me now, real woman buy me own fat ticket. I make it long time, 6 them can't take my wicket. Tell them take them time with it. So when I cock up my bumper, that's mine. Buy out the basso, that's fine. Take a little wine pon, what's mine? Hey girl, don't cross this line. So let me tell you about real woman. Don't do anything for a like on the gram. Let me tell you about real woman. Own house, own car, own land. Let me tell you about real woman. Boss up now, take charge of your man. Let me tell you about real woman. Tell them this your song. Put your hand in the air, the air, the air, the air. Walk out, shout out, yeah, 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 yeah. If you know what, you're hand in the air, the air, the air, the air. Walk out, shout out, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh Lord, keep doing the most. It's my money spent, can't spend it to boast. Keep doing the most. It's my money spent, I can't spend it to boast. Yeah, me now. We trace again. Good morning.
Edgy, witty, and raw. Yep, this is the Wake Up Call.
And we're back. We're gonna welcome ALMABOY to the show. He just had to take the what's the name of the word?
The stitches?
The sutures.
The sutures.
Yes, he had to take the sutures off. ALMABOY, did you make sure and put a little disinfectant on the wound?
Iodine.
Iodine, okay. Because
I use bleach.
where bleach? Okay.
Yeah.
Did they snip under the middle section of your testicles, or was it the left side or the right side?
I don't know what they did, but I didn't think it worked.
It didn't work. Okay, all right. Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Morning. Sorry for being late. How y'all doing?
I realize you have I realize you have your days all messed up since you came back from Grenada.
Yes.
Yeah.
That too.
I heard it's one of the side effects though of the surgery that you had. Forgetfulness.
Yeah. How y'all doing?
We doing good. Yeah. We have Wyland Holy in the building. She's our official consultant. She's a therapist and also a money coach. So
nice.
Look, and she's doing set changes. Look.
I know, because I was like, Because once I realized it was me, I said, well, let me go ahead and find another room to go to. I rent out a room in my apartment to an older lady that I know, and she likes to get up early and make breakfast each day. And so I didn't want to tell her stop making her bacon and eggs. I said, let me just go to another room.
Wait, does she make breakfast for you?
Say that again?
Are you included on the list when she makes breakfast?
Oh no, I do intermittent fasting, so I don't eat until 1 o'clock. I just have green tea, and then I drink like a gallon of water a day. So I just drink, and then 1 o'clock, then I eat.
Maybe I'm just because your skin is looking like...
I was about to say, I can't do the no breakfast thing because I don't know how to do well when there's no food involved.
We know,
but I could do the green tea.
I would love to be like, oh yes, the water is really not. I don't know what it is. I have like mutant genes or something. People ask me sometimes, what's your skin regimen? I'll be like, girl, whatever X Y chromosome my parents gave me. It's the same thing. My sisters barely drink any water. It's the exact same thing. It's blessings. Praise God. Thank you.
I still look like a teenager, and I don't know why.
Yes, but nice to meet you, ALMABOY.
Hi, how you doing? Nice
I'm great. Thank you.
So,
try to get
and Kareem said he'll bring me some soup later from KL.
When I said that?
Just now.
When?
What?
Just now.
I ain't think that happened.
That's that old man brain. I still looking for my soup.
Okay, all right. Look for it, Storm. Look for it.
How the chat room going? I ain't even know what's going on.
We got over on Mixcloud. We got over on Facebook. We had a nice little discussion to start the morning. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to take this station ID and come right back, and then we're going to jump into some of the prepared topics that we have. CONSUELA line up a few of those. Let's start talking some business. We're going to be right back after this.
With you're the best in entertainment online, period. Good music, good times, where the culture lives.
Good morning.
Edgy, witty, and raw. Yep, this is The Wake Up Call. The Wake Up Call. Now live on the best entertainment has to offer. Good music, good times, where the culture lives.
And we're back. That was a quick one. That was like 119 seconds. Yeah.
I tell you, you need to do that 119 segment.
Yeah.
Tell you.
Yeah.
We do that 119 segment. I don't care how fast it is. That joke, something within 119. That's you.
Yeah. The gospel needs to go further.
Yes,
I agree.
Yes, sir.
I agree. I fully agree.
Yes.
All right, CONSUELA, what we have lined up for the people this morning? Let's go.
Well, as you know, today is the 2nd of February, which is Blackity Black Month.
Okay.
So I'm going to put that out there in the atmosphere, okay?
Put it out.
Yes, ma'am. Sir.
It's okay. I answered to ma'am too.
We have a lot of things. Wow. Okay. We have a lady that was shot and killed at a church service in Jamaica.
Yeah, that was crazy. Wow. Do we know the backstory to this one yet?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Wow. During this church service, the shooter just decided to come in and ploop, peshing ring, and dipped off in a Toyota Avalon. But the dummy left his cell phone behind.
Oh my Jesus.
Wait, in the car or in the church?
Sure did.
Wow.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Sure did. But, unfortunately, when they brought this lady to the hospital, she was pronounced dead. But they have found the guy. So that's the good part about that they did find him, and he is arrested.
Did he have a reason for shooting her? Like,
what was the motivation?
Yeah, that was a targeted hit, because you go in that place and shoot one person and ride out. You went there for that person.
It might have just been like he was open fire and she just was,
But only one person.
End.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get a follow up to that. That just seems a little odd. That one man runs into a church, picks on one person, shot them a couple of times, because it was like 6 or 8 shots. I saw the video. With the shots going up.
Video?
Yeah. They were live. They were live streaming.
Oh,
yeah. It was a church service going live. The lady was on the podium and she started talking, and then you hear bang, 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 bang. And then you see she stepped back, and then everybody started screaming and crying. Yeah. So I don't know what.
Yeah, there's no motive.
I don't know how bad you can hate somebody to want to shoot them in church. Like that person is not gonna come out of the church. They're not gonna go at their home. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Trinidad and Jamaica, whatever is in the water in those two countries, I hope they don't get into other islands like ours. Cause
what?
I said it.
But you have to say, keep it real, because it just keep going on and on. I mean,
like a church, really. Of all the places, like people can't feel safe anywhere.
Nope. Movie theater.
You literally cannot sit down in church and feel safe.
Yeah. Like at our church, if you get too close to the altar, you see the security people, they chest get real wide and they start looking around.
Wow.
Most of them are like retired cops or currently, working and off duty. So you just never know.
It's just unbelievable. What else do we have?
Hold on 1 second. Bear with me, people.
We're working with you.
Yes. The citizens of Martinique protest in the street to demand carnival.
Wow. They want carnival, or they are against it?
They want it.
Oh, Martinique. Wow.
They scaled down on carnival events because obviously of the pandemic, and they're not with the shits.
Oh.
Wow.
ALMABOY, it seems like they need us in Martinique.
They won't be the only one. They probably starting it right now. I think a lot of islanders, because I saw some videos with those guys in a guy from St. Martin. He went off because they said originally that
they were gonna have it.
Carnival. Then they went against it, and the people were not having it, and people losing their mind right now. I'm telling you, so yeah. Martinique is just the start.
So with all of that, and we're preaching that the vaccine is a way. Nobody still want to take the vaccine?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to pick a struggle.
Exactly.
Let me tell you,
you don't want to take the vaccine, but you don't want to go ahead and...
About the vaccine, I feel like once everybody gets in the rhythm of taking the vaccine, everybody's going to lapse.
Yes. A friend of mine was literally telling me yesterday that they know someone who took the vaccine, now no longer walks around with masks on, just kind of... First of all, you didn't even get the second dose yet. So what are we doing? Why are you walking around with no mask, no nothing? It's mostly effective if several people who are around you also have it. So if no one is really going out to take it, especially people who look like us, what are we really shielding ourselves from?
That new Johnson & Johnson one dose, it is Johnson & Johnson, I think, is required one dose. Johnson &
Johnson.
They have four different companies. The one, it's Pfizer. The one with the M is the 2 doses. That's the one that can blend into your genetic makeup and build your immunity to it. There's another 2, which I think is Johnson & Johnson. The other 2 are synthetic versions, which to me, I don't feel like it's that effective because it's synthetic. It's fake. No, I want the real deal, because every vaccine is a small non-active dose of the actual virus. For those 2, they're synthetic, and they might agree with you, they might not agree with you. It's synthetic. It's not going to blend in with your genetic makeup, obviously.
I'm thinking if it is going to get out there.
You're talking about the one with the RNA, right? The RNA vaccine. Okay.
So, Consuela, which one should I take?
I prefer the double dose. But the only thing is you have to take, it's 2 weeks apart between you taking the first and the second dose.
Well, so as soon as I get on the list, because I'll get it before we go to Atlanta.
Where is Atlanta?
Atlanta is all in May. But Atlanta is open now. What you scared of?
So everything going on, Atlanta Carnival, everything.
Atlanta never stopped.
Yeah, Atlanta and Florida never shut down.
Atlanta never stopped.
Yeah. And the cases are going on there.
Atlanta's Carnival this year is going to be on, like, on another level. Like it's not even a joke. Costumes are already selling out.
Yeah. Okay.
What? I'm sorry.
We'll watch from New York City.
Yeah.
I'll send you footage.
Yes, Storm. Send us a video. Yeah. And while you at it, get a gas mask when you're heading down there.
You better make a costume.
Yeah. I don't even want to see you in like just this little thing. You know those big face masks like those SWAT people wear when they're going into like battle? You gotta wear one of those.
Stop.
I was getting that too.
Stop. You give up on this whole thing now. You're ready. You're back in.
No, it's not that. Like, I'm going to be responsible. I'm going to get my vaccine and try to get as much people to get it as possible. But I have not been working for 12 months.
Some got to give.
I get it. Just remember, again, your vaccine is only going to be as efficient as all the other people around you if they get it too. That's the part that's like my brother, he moved from here to Florida last summer. Him and his girlfriend got COVID last week. So he just texted me the other day talking about, they don't have it anymore. And I have a friend who just last week, his dad died COVID, like right here in Brooklyn. Like, I think we've been in it so long, this kind of like, man, I can't deal with this anymore. And I get that. I understand that feeling a lot because I know I was feeling that too myself. But then you get like these jolts of reminders like, it's still here. It's still here.
Yeah.
So just be careful. It's not about staying in the house. It's not about partying. It's not about any of that.
It's your livelihood. It's your work.
It's work. Like, it's to the point where it's like, I don't think people understand how, like, it's not just about, it's almost detrimental because you don't get to, it's the finances of it all. Like, I worry constantly now, and I don't get to do what I love. And even if I do it and it's piling up, it's not getting out there. It's like a mental, emotional state for me right now.
And you're like a person, right? And it's on your scale, it's personal. But for a lot of our countries, tourism is like their biggest thing. Carnival is like one of the main things that keep the country going for the rest of the year. And so a lot of these people, we could joke and be like, they just want to jump and get on, but it's literally their livelihood. I get it.
I think Bungie has a song where he alluded to that, right? Where he talk about it's not, when you see two men and a woman, that's just half the story, because in the background somebody had to set up the tent, somebody had to bring the ice, somebody had to do the sound. So it's really a whole industry in itself. Now, as you spoke about somebody dying in Brooklyn, I have a story. One of my friends lost his dad to COVID, right? And I saw him, he hosted a party last week. Posted some pictures, and there was literally one person in the whole place with a mask on. And one person. And I'm not exaggerating. I'm not trying to sensationalize it.
Wow.
He posted a wide picture of the whole place, had one girl in a mask. And that's somebody that was 4 months ago crying, putting up stuff like that. I miss you, COVID, this, that.
Wow.
Birthday party, just this weekend gone. Full blast.
I don't understand it.
Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I don't understand that.
Let me tell it in Grenada on the beach.
Yeah.
It was literally nobody on the beach. Like, normally with the chairs, these guys make their money off of the chairs, the restaurants and the bars on the beach.
Yeah.
Nobody's there. Like, it's hard. We're looking at people, that's the way of survival. That's the way of survival. It's tourism.
It's like, it's like, even if you say, hey, you're not going to do certain things, and I've been super careful this whole time. Like, even if I go and I set up an event, like, I don't go to that. Like, I've been trying to be super careful. But it's like, what we're getting subsidized with for the businesses, it's not enough. It's not enough. And you can't express that to people because it's a life thing first. Like, you got to secure lives first. So I cannot say, I'm scared and I want to do this and I need to work. I cannot say that to anybody because they go, what about lives? What about this? You got to put this first. You got to put that first. But my day-to-day struggle, I can't even express because, like I said, it's lives first.
Anybody have any details on that new COVID relief bill that Biden wants to? Is it going to go
Well, the Republicans have just. I've been watching.
Well,
As
yeah.
much as I don't do politics, I've been watching that one. Like the Republicans just proposed a counter bill, and
No,
they
really
approved.
low.
They approved it. It's really low, and like I said, it's to this point where it doesn't even make sense keeping my business neat.
But they don't need the Republicans for this one. I mean, what we looking at?
You are saying that they don't, but it's one of. I don't know if they do or they don't. All I know is it's going back and forth, and I haven't seen anything solid yet. But
it was just for show to bring them in on the table, but they actually don't need them for this one.
They do.
They have this thing that I forgot the name of it. That they can pass it without.
But some of the things that's included in the wider bill cannot be. I think it's called appropriation. They can pass the bill through a method called appropriation. Right. But some things that's included in the bill, they cannot appropriate it.
Like they could send it out to individuals, unemployment and all of that they could do, but for the businesses, for certain, they cannot. I don't think they could pass the business bill if they don't, for the biz to relieve all the small businesses and stuff if they don't get approval.
I'm not too sure what and what can't be appropriated, but if they try to go through appropriation, certain things have to get left out. There will be certain things left out that they can't do, or they'll have to hide the money doing certain So for them, that's a last resort. And not only that, remember, they only have a even margin. So even if like one of the Democrats that's in like a district where there's heavy Republicans say, hey, this is too much for me because they feel they might lose an election or something, they don't have the luxury of losing that either. So I think if they go up from front and say, hey, let's negotiate with these guys, as hard as it sounds, they might have to. They may not have a choice. Yeah. They may not have a choice because there's already one senator that's Democrat that already complained about the size of the bill. And if they lose him, that's it. That's it. They have something they call it a nuclear option that I don't think they'll ever do, is whereby they can change the law to just have a simple majority instead of a super majority. Right now, for any bill to pass 60, they must get 60 people on it, right? Versus the 50, which is called a simple majority. Now, if they do that, somebody could filibuster, right? They could. They're trying to get rid of that and just go with the simple majority. But if they get rid of that rule, when they're in the minority at some time in the future, remember what works for Paul works for Peter also. So I don't think they'll go that direction. Let's see what happens. But right now they're just putting stuff out, and I'm watching it. Let's see what happens. In terms of like the financial part of it, for me, right? I thought this was a business venture that, you know, within 6 months we'll be doing events, we'll be doing things. And now it's almost a year, and all I'm doing is spending money.
There's about the 700 time in the last few days I hear you say that. So
yeah,
it hit in your heart.
It hit, yeah. I'm to the point where I'm looking at it now, and I'm worried, like really worried, because
so that's what I'm saying. What pressure is being put on these guys? Because I mean, this is where we at now. Storm is talking about our business. You're talking about your business. Everybody and so why? I mean, why we can't get this thing moving? Because I mean, right now.
So my thing is not even from the financial part. If the prior administration had done what it needed to be done around masking and testing and all these things, we would have been much further along into our road to recovery. Right? Because these guys, the smart people in the room was warning us since spring that fall is gonna get worse. We're gonna have a second wave if people continue not to wear masks and not to do anything. This is what's coming. So said, so done.
Yeah, everything. All the numbers predicted. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, he got rid of them. So I mean, yeah, they was talking, but if the staff that you have in order to keep track of this no longer works for you, what it doesn't really matter what you say in a sense.
So Paris said you still have Sorry, Consuela. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Paris said you still have to take precautions after getting the vaccine. Your body still have to develop antibodies. And then there is a Dexter Johnson that says not true. Dexter, I'm not sure what you're referencing, but I would like to hear your take on it. If you want to let us know what you're referencing when you said it's not true. Was it something that we said, or was it something that Paris said? And yes,
because we still don't have enough information yet. I mean, time.
yeah. But I'm taking the vaccine. I'm putting it out there. I am taking the vaccine. I have a wait period of at least 60 to 90 days after testing positive. I did test positive at the beginning of the year. So I am going to wait 60 to 90 days from that, and I'm going to take the vaccine. And I think I may take the RNA one, not the one with the actual virus. So let's see how that goes. He said that's why ATL and Florida try to move forward on events to keep up with funds. All right, so Dexter, talk to us about ATL and Florida. It seems like you're representing for that end, and we've said a few things about ATL and Florida. So Dexter is over on YouTube, guys. Let me see what the Mixcloud family is saying. Storm can come with me. No. Atlanta having BRT Valentine's weekend. Wow. Okay. Morning, Jenny and the team out there in London.
Leeds.
No,
I thought Jenny's in Leeds.
Jenny's in London. Jennifer is in Leeds.
Oh.
They're both Jennies, but one shows up as Jennifer, one shows up as Jenny. So back to what you were saying, Consuela, before I rudely interrupted. I apologize.
You know I don't remember that far back, right?
All right, let me run back to YouTube and see what Dexter has to say. The money part, Curtin, you could attest to that. Like, we have sat down and discussed events over and over and over, and every time we have decided that it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And Jesus, I hope you're watching down at me doing the right thing.
Not Jesus.
That's what I was about. No, Jesus, I was gonna bring it up when you were talking about that you're worried. I feel like, I started my practice in January of 2020. I had just booked the office space in March, 2 weeks before everything shut down. And I feel like, it's a situation where I had to go through that whole, what's going to happen? I'm preparing myself to go full time, what you do get worried, but I'm a firm believer, and I'm like, I know God got my back, and I feel like this whole year that you've been doing and you've been having all of these conversations, believe that you're planting a seed. You feel like you're buried, but you're planting a seed, and you're gonna reap the benefits of it at some point. Maybe not right now, but I also tell people too, 2020 was the year of pivoting. You have to figure out how you're gonna be able to do what you do in a new way. Like my practice is now fully virtual. That wasn't originally the plan. My practice was in person. I was like, who wants to meet with people online? Like, how am I going to really get a sense for who my clients are? This, that, and the third. But I've been doing virtual. It's done so well. And, I feel like I now have the opportunity to work with different people who are outside of New York as well. And I think that, I wasn't thinking that way at first.
You didn't think that far.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be servicing Brooklyn and Well, there's somebody in Kentucky who wants to work with a Black therapist. Right. And now they're gonna have an opportunity to do so. And so if I hadn't been trying to figure out different ways to continue to move forward, I wouldn't have been in that place. And so I would just urge you, like you said, Jesus, he got you.
Yeah.
I know I'm wild, but I got the Holy in there too.
You gotta send in some.
Go ahead, Curtin.
On the positive side, though, like in truth, a lot of businesses are doing really, really well because they adapted. A lot of businesses really doing well.
I tell them all the time.
Yeah, so adapt or die. Kareem, you're back to adapt or die.
My experience with the lockdown, Wild and Holy, I quit my job last year on March 1st. And the place shut down, I think, was March 7th. Imagine taking a leap of faith, and as soon as you jump into the water, the sharks come out. Like, all right, fresh meat.
New level, new devil.
Yep. But I have to say the experiences in the past year was absolutely worth it to me. if I had to do it again, I'll probably do it again. I
Probably.
regret. Yeah, I regret nothing, and yeah, it's been a learning experience.
Doing over 2020.
I saw your face when he said it. She was like, we're not doing that.
Listen, I understand where people are coming from. For me, my business was an established business. 2020 was supposed to be my year. The only thing I get out of 2020 was some sleep. And I met you people, and I appreciate you people.
and you started your
Stormy Nights.
Stuff.
I started a lot of stuff. Like I started working towards and the entertain. Like I do the halls and stuff like that now because people still doing stuff. I do I moved into birthday outfits, and I have been saying for a long time I wanted to get into ready wear, and last year gave me the opportunity to do that, right? And I appreciate it. But okay, so at the beginning of 2020, I did 12 carnivals last year. I got so much calls from different countries this year. Like I was supposed to be in Paris, Africa, Nigeria. Like I was scheduled for 20 carnivals for 2020, right? Over 20 carnivals. My contract was in, everything was there. At the beginning of the year, I started investing. So I paid on a lot of stuff because I expected 2020 to be much better. So a lot of that money went out, like even in investing in property and stuff like that. Had I known that 2020 would, of course, everybody, so if had I known, but had I known 2020 would be 2020, like I would have pulled back some of that and have more money in my savings to carry me through for the rest of the year. That wasn't an option. And it was like every time, like KAREEM said, it was March 1st and then March 7th. So it was like contracts kept canceling. And I didn't expect the pandemic to be as long as it did. So I started giving people back their deposits because I'm like, it's not my fault. It's not their fault. It is what it is. And when Carnival come back, we'll go again. Lo and behold, a year later, right now, it's not coming back. Thing. So and I don't want to say, okay, I'm going to get one of those essential jobs. Like I don't, it's hard to say, but it's like I spent 4 years building this. You understand? This is my baby. And to see what it's turning, like I don't mind adapting, like I've always done it, and I try to do it with a smile, and I try to say, hey, I'm going to go forward and do everything I'm supposed to do. But I cannot say it's not heartbreaking when, just sitting there seeing all my machines. Like I've invested, I have a $20,000 machine out there. So it's like it's a hard place to be in. And like I said, I try to do it with a smile, but
anybody have any COVID struggles to let us know, like anybody else in our audience, whether you started a business, wanted to start a business, or was looking forward to doing like big things for 2020 and COVID just caused you to like pivot, like Wild and Holy said, into something different or something new. Let us know. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let us know how that went. And ALMABOY, you were saying?
No, still in Storm. 2022, be prepared for 122 contracts.
Amen.
Amen. That's it there. Speak it into existence.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Let me just wrap up this here real quick. The news part of it. 3 cops suspended after police pepper spray 9-year-old girl in Rochester, New York.
Did y'all see that?
I refuse to watch the video.
Yeah, same.
I didn't watch the whole thing. I never felt so
Consuela, you need to be closer to your mic, or you need a headpiece. Yeah. I'm not hearing
I never felt so helpless.
Nice.
In my life watching, and I didn't watch the whole video because I tell y'all time and time again, I do not watch things that mess with your psyche. But just hearing that little girl saying, I am a minor, I'm not speaking to nobody, do not touch me, I need my dad needs to be here, my dad. And they ragged that little girl up like she was a grown, hardback man that she done slit their throat, their family throats. Like, that's how they was handling her, dragging her on the floor. It was just too much. It was too much. I hope they die in their sleep next to their loved ones. Like, that's how I feel.
That's too easy. We know I like to burn shit down.
Everybody got to feel it, because that was disgusting.
It's like, but what's the thought process that you, like, I don't even know that, you know what I mean? That moment that you enter into that. And not only one, but 3 people just join. Like, I can't even imagine what you going through in your life.
She was acting like a child.
What?
The cops looked at her and said she was stop acting like a child. She's 9.
What?
I just thought about Logan. That's all I thought about. And how he would handle the situation.
Like, what is it about our black skin that when people see us, they just lose, like,
they're not afforded to have a childhood.
They lose reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first day of Black History Month. This is what shown on you know, like a 9-year-old. And I have a friend who's a cop, so sometimes it hurts me to say this about cops. But unless the good cops come out against
speak up
shit like that, it's gonna keep happening.
And I say that they don't say anything. That's like, I always say it's like you have a basketball team and one person rapes a girl and they all keep it quiet so that person can continue playing on the team.
I don't think
that's how it's like, it's almost to the point where they are a brotherhood and they say, oh, you can't blame all cops because it's only some good cops. But unless the good cops speak out about it, then you all in that fraternity.
Yeah.
It's hard only, and I'm saying this because I've heard several different stories from several different cops, and it starts out with who is in charge of you per se, and the deals that they make. Now it's like a trickle effect, and if you speak up and you speak out, remember they're cops. They're not supposed to do anything that they feel like they feel, but they can. And imagine having to look over your shoulder for the rest of your life because you decided to speak up, even if it's for the right reason. And they do this constantly. So at some point, it's gonna mess with your psyche, because I know you're gonna have to feel guilty to some extent.
I know you guys probably.
It's just a lot.
I know you guys probably touched it already, but look at January 6th. Look at how many retired cops and.
Yeah.
Hello.
What?
Look,
Yeah.
Just.
Exactly.
You don't even have to just pay attention to how many of them were in there. What. So.
You hear that? So in this it says, one of the officers said, "You're acting like a child." I am a child, she responds. So, acting like a child. A child is acting like a child. How is a child supposed to act?
That's why I say, like, so many times you're not as a black person, you're sometimes not afforded the opportunity to be able to be a child. Like, there have been so many research studies that have been done with kindergartners and teachers not being aware, that they were being, assessed at the time, but putting harsher punishments for black and brown kids versus the white kids, putting stereotypical language like they were threatening. We're talking about kindergartners, 5-year-olds, right?
But we have to understand, like, we talk about society, but for generations, they have been pushing that black is wrong. Black is aggressive, black is this, black is that. And these white kids who is growing up into be white adults, these cops, they were kids once and seeing that on TV. Every villain was black. Every time they talk about a rapist, it's black. Whenever you've seen a gangster movie, it's black. With a narrative, it's always that black people are harmful and they're coming to get you. Not only that, remember we have a whole slave culture with them that they're thinking, oh, we want revenge for. It's a lot of stuff in the air that subconsciously they're dealing with. And because they don't want to own it, they can't even address it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, when that happens with a child, I can't imagine that thought process that snap you into that. You understand? Because a lot of it is, we know a lot of stuff is being recorded right now. They know a lot of stuff is being recorded. They're not even trying to hide it at this point, because they're not recognizing that they have a problem before it happens.
Yep.
And what administrative leave, suspension? Why aren't these people fired right away? Like, what can an investigation teach us or tell us any different?
Needs to happen
from what we saw, right? Like, what could that girl have done that an investigation?
They feared for their lives, Kareem. They feared for their life.
God.
The same thing. Tamar Rice was 12 years old.
12.
12 years old.
Yeah.
Dylan Roof was 19 when he shot up that black church, and they took him to Burger King. He's just a kid. Tamir Rice was an actual child. 12.
I don't know what to say.
And that cop, nothing happened to that officer. Those officers, nothing.
Nope.
Nothing.
I feel like suspension is a stab in the and it's gonna continue happening because every time it happens, they just give them suspended leave. They're protected. Like it's nothing is coming from it. I think one of the only people I ever see prosecuted for something like that as a cop was a Chinese cop.
No, there was this black one in Minnesota that shot the white woman.
The black one in Minnesota.
Yeah. Yep.
Right? Yes. I'm yet to see like a group of white cops that did something like that get fired or get arrested or prosecuted or something like that.
Unless you want to go as far back to Abner Louima. Huh? Or unless you go as far back to Abner Louima.
Yeah.
What was the cop's name? Justin
He
Volpe?
still, he just requested to be released.
Yeah, the white cop in Chicago who shot the mentally deranged guy with a knife.
Yeah.
He got some time.
He got some time?
Yeah,
okay.
He got some time.
Okay, good.
Well, I'm waiting to see what this group of people get.
So imagine we could talk about a one or two here and there.
Exactly.
It's a victory.
Yeah. It's a victory. It's definitely. We'll take small mercies. We'll take it. Yo, because I have a 7-year-old daughter. I mean, which officer is gonna explain to me that she deserved that? Like, what could my 7-year-old or 2 years from now, what could my daughter have done that would explain that it took 3 cops? And I heard somebody said they called for backup. I don't know if that was just additional things they just want to add to the flame. But I heard they called for backup. If that's true, I don't know. You know what?
Listen.
I don't know what to say anymore.
We have a 9-year-old. We have a 9-year-old. He loses it sometimes. He gets a little bit irate when imagine little guy.
I can't. I'm being honest. I can't, and I know he would not be able to handle that situation well.
Being a kid, because he is a kid, and sometimes he cannot handle his emotion, and he expresses himself.
No, it's that. There's a movie coming out about that with the black guy going in and shooting up the station and holding.
I want to see that movie so bad.
A hostage and stuff like that, and it is to the point where stuff like that is needed. And it's hard to say you want to perpetuate violence, but stuff like that is needed because it seems like that's the only language they understand.
Go ahead, Storm.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. I apologize. Go ahead.
No, I'm just mad and ranting.
Yeah. Have you guys seen the ad for that movie that Storm just mentioned?
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking
about.
It looks like it's gonna be. So some white cop shot a black kid, and the dad decided he wasn't standing for it. So he went into the station, locked it down with a couple of his friends, and held a trial of the white cop.
Wow.
On TV and had it recorded for the TV,
streaming.
like people outside could stream it so other people could see it.
Yeah.
So half the people was like, you gotta stop this now, and half the people was like, this is needed. And I remember him saying, I think this line is like, why is we always have to be the peaceful one?
Yeah. We always have to kumbaya. Yeah. We always have to kumbaya. So
Martin Luther King, I think Malcolm X has said it best. He said straight up, kumbaya doesn't always work, and it's up to us to know the difference.
I have. But go ahead.
I'm wondering, in these times, are there enough of us now like fearless like those kind of back in that 70s era?
Absolutely.
No, we don't have anybody that is doing that right now.
But it's like, do we
have different outlets? In order, they might not be able to do it like right there in person, but I think that a lot of us have a lot of outlets in order to get that message out. It's just a lot of things shutting us down.
I don't think we're a militant as the Martin Luther Kings and
like willing
and
to
we're not
lose your
aggressive,
life,
and we're not willing.
Yeah.
Like it's like what CONSUELA was saying with police officers. We are not willing to lay down our lives for this cause. They were willing to
I don't think we're
sacrifice.
that much educated either, to be honest with you.
Say that again?
Well, we are more educated, but I would say this: we are more comfortable.
Yeah.
We have an illusion
yes.
that things are getting better. They were living in times where they couldn't sit at certain places, talk to certain people, do certain things. They felt it physically more. We don't want to lose our comfort. We're worried about our Like, it's hard to worry about your family when they're getting gunned down and dogged down as much as they were. You understand? Like, they weren't as comfortable as we are. It's hard for me to say right now, I'm going to give up my house, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to spend 1 million years in jail because of the comfort level I've experienced. They were living in those times, right?
And you also have to understand, too, the connectivity, like just as a people, we were more connected. So even if one person was going to have to deal with the brunt of whatever it is, there was other people who were in the community who were like, oh, we're all going to band together. Yeah, we're so individualistic as a society now. Like, even when people talked about doing the boycott last year, when things started jumping off, people were like, well, I don't know about y'all. I got to buy this. I got to buy
Yep. We don't.
Can't do it for a month.
Yeah, we don't.
These people did the boycott for the bus for over a year.
Yeah.
People were riding to work together and doing whatever they had to do to get where they needed to go.
Get up early on top of what they were doing.
We don't
I remember
have that.
I went to 2 or 3 protests, and the you know the sad part about most of those protests, it was mostly white people.
Yeah.
And our people weren't going out there. Our people wasn't as outraged as they were. And I would, like, for example, we had one Caribbean one, and my friend's response was, well, they had to carry all their flag. And I was like, you weren't there, sir, to represent nothing. What are you talking about?
Let me jump into the Mixcloud comments, because Mixcloud has been making some good. Gigi said that video made her so angry. Had it been my large male child, he could have been killed. They can't because they're not in the position of power. DJ Jukes said, I have a CPR training business I restarted in 2020. Even though I'm considered essential and I practice my social distancing in classes, but numbers are low and it's a challenge to stay afloat. Chaos said, blue got blue. That's 100%. Even if they know the other cop is wrong, police just will not speak up. And even when one speaks up, that person is ostracized. So it's tough. I understand, but like I'm saying, nobody's willing to sacrifice. Right now, everybody's like, nah, I gotta eat. I got bills. I got that kind of shared sacrifice that black people were doing 40 years ago, where people were leaving their jobs and going on march and holding hands and not caring, like, hey, you know what, my kids have to grow up in a better environment. We don't have that today. I can see that, because
let me
go ahead.
Let me tell you this. I was having a conversation with a family member, and they asked me why I'm always, I'm so in my phone and all this stuff. So I was like, I find more people on social media that I can relate to with my grievances. No, in a sense, because about 10 minutes after, I went to speak to her about something happened with this black, some black, and she like completely like
just brush it off.
Like she numbed it. I said, that's exactly why I can't even, because she get numb to those kind of stuff. Who do I express myself with? I'm trying to find others like who have like-minded, in that, and within my circle, it's tough. It's not like I can grab a few people and say, let's do this, let's, and social media is kind of where you will find it.
Right.
Yeah, you understand? So
it's this. You know what? Let's move to the next story, because it's just so much here. A woman in North Carolina said she received an African American service charge from American Airlines. Wow.
I don't want to laugh, but how much?
How much? I know.
Hold on.
Yeah. So that somebody.
When I say how much, I mean like how much we gonna take as a people? Like how much?
Somebody actually took the time to code that, because that can't just show up like that. You have to actually go in a system and code a charge to show up with that on it. So somebody willfully did that.
That's real?
Yeah. That's a real story. Yeah. So on her bill, in each, like anytime you swipe your card, there's a description that shows up, so you know what you spent or what you bought. So it will say like, gas station, service, or car wash or whatever. So
But look at your paycheck.
In the description, it said African American service charge.
WTMC.
How much was it for?
So an American airline spokesperson told Insider that they were disturbed and that the incident is under investigation. So that's exactly what I was saying. Here it is. Our team members are unable to change text when processing a charge. And we've determined the issue originated with the credit card company and the bank issuer. We reached out to MasterCard, who confirmed that American submitted the baggage-free information correctly during the payment process, and MasterCard is conducting its own investigation. So, like I said, to code that into a charge is a difficult thing. That's not something...
But the bank can't really do that. That's a charge that they're giving the bank.
No. But on the front end, you can't code that. You can't code it on the front end. That something has to be done with the issuer. You can't.
Well, that is what I'm saying. They're saying it's the MasterCard, but what MasterCard is doing is just processing a payment. No,
Storm.
Okay.
No, Storm. No. MasterCard can code the charge.
Really?
Yes. They can code the charge. You on the end as the person that's taking the credit card charge, all the services that there might be a code, right? So when somebody walks in, if it's bread, you might press 1. If it's cake, you might press 2. But that information is already coded on the back end. It's not something you do on the front.
Well, I'm saying that it's a MasterCard only process what they coded.
Right.
So that didn't happen. It had to happen at American Airlines.
No.
It could happen. Basically,
it can happen through MasterCard.
Yes, it could happen through MasterCard. That's what American Airlines defense is. We don't have the ability to put that text on a charge because they don't. So there's a POS system, right? A POS system is the system that when somebody comes in and they swipe, you can press like, okay, they want this, you press. And they visually, it helps you make your life easier. On the back end, when that POS system is communicating with the service provider, right? Which is MasterCard. It has to have its own thing on that back end because sometimes your POS system is not provided by your service provider. So there has to be some kind of communication. So what American Airlines is saying, we don't have the ability on our front end to make that charge show up on the bill like that. So it could be a MasterCard problem. So
I'm a little familiar with point of sales program because Sean, that's what Sean does for a living.
Right.
And usually how it's programmed into the system is the person who is setting up the system sets up every item, itemized the program that they call it. So when you're pressing those buttons, that's already programmed in the system.
Correct.
The communication that American Airlines as their point of sale system, because whoever set up that program is putting in those codes.
Right.
On the other end now, when the codes that talks to MasterCard,
right?
That's a CP. I think they call it a CP2 code, and usually that's already set up before services even processed. So when it goes through, it's just code.
Right. But when it
so
shows up on your bill,
on the other hand, has to physically put in a new thing. But the person who is programming American Airlines POS system could put in a new code that could be pressed.
Right. But
it's harder for MasterCard to do it, way harder for MasterCard to do it than the person who is coding American Airlines POS system.
Right. But nobody on the front end who's just pressing the buttons could make that change.
Well, that is what I'm saying. Somebody had to program that into their POS software. MasterCard doesn't program their software. They have to deal with the person who was putting in the code for their software.
So, who do you think is responsible?
Well, anything can be hacked right now, but I'm saying it's easier for the person who's doing American Express coding.
American Airlines?
American Airlines coding to push it through, that it is for MasterCard to put that onto your bill extra. That's why when there's fraud and stuff like that, they always go back to the person who put in for the bill.
I hope we stay on top of that and follow that up.
Because they're going to go back and forth saying, oh, no, it's them. No, it's them.
But knowing how that program works, like I said, I've been with Sean for 10 years, and that's what he does for a living. It is harder for MasterCard to do it than it is for American Airlines, because whoever is writing the code for their program is who sets the amount to pull out.
Right.
Because when you press 1, there's a set amount there.
Right.
That one we can let the investigation thing out on that one, so we kind of
we figure.
I want to know.
Yeah, we'll do a follow up on that. No. Wow. I know this is gonna take a while. I am gonna go into a discussion topic right now, and this one, I'm not even ashamed. I stole it from Sunday Mischief. And I'm gonna give the synopsis. It's not. It's Wild and Holy smile. She knows. She knows.
Just gonna sit back. I was waiting. Just gonna sit back.
I have to run this one. Man meets girl. Girl has an apartment. Apartment costs roughly $1,800. Her lease is about to be up. 10% increase, so it's gonna take her lease to about $2,000. She has boyfriend. Boyfriend has a home, owns his own home, mortgage free and clear. He's already paid it off, right? And Wild and Holy, if I get any details wrong, you'll correct me.
I know, yeah, you know, I'm ready.
If I get any details wrong, right? They decide to move in together, and they're gonna split all the bills, but boyfriend wants $800 for rent. Girlfriend does not agree with that. Let's discuss.
So let's be clear.
Right.
I'm gonna put in in the scenario, it also explains that it never says that she can't afford the increase. It just mentions that her lease is up and there is a 10% increase. The whole idea of them moving in together was because they're always spending time at each other's places, and they're like, oh, it's the natural progression of our relationship that we should probably move in together. And because of that fact, that's why they're moving in. On top of that, they're like, oh, well, this could help us towards our financial savings goals.
And he owns his house, but he wants, on top of splitting the bills, he wants an extra $800 for rent.
Yes. So she's already agreed that I will pay half of the household bills. And he's like, oh, okay, well, give me an additional $800 for rental income.
What says you?
Nah, I can't chat like I can't.
So I brought up the question. Does he want a tenant or does he want a girlfriend? Because he seems like he was interested in a tenant, but the rest of the Sunday Mischief team didn't seem to want
the testosterone level of the Sunday Mischief team did not agree. The men in the room felt like it was fair.
The wake up call, man. Nah.
I know, right? I should be on a different I was.
But here's the thing, though. This is the only fork I would put in that. When owning a house is major bills, like our boiler went down, that shit was $2,000.
Hey, you have the wrong plumber. I just replaced a boiler for $800.
No,
but it really does depend on your plumber because you're paying for the labor more than you're paying for the actual thing.
This is a really old house and we had to replace a lot of pipes and stuff like that. So it came up to a certain amount of money.
Okay.
But I'm saying, when
I have a good plumber if you want.
Are we going to split that 50-50 as well?
So, I feel like it should be split 50-50, but I feel I know that some people, because I went live on my personal Instagram, and there were people who were in my comments like having different conversations. But some people felt like for situations like that she shouldn't have to because it's not her home. But my thing is, you live there.
Yeah.
If you live there, and if it's a situation where you're not being treated as a tenant, then you should both be paying towards situations like that.
Right.
But I feel like you shouldn't, like to DJ Blue's point of, well, why we should be proactive about that. We can be proactive. We can pay half the household bills. If we're already talking about finances, we could also have a separate account for that specifically. We could save for our future, and we can have an emergency fund for the house that we're both paying to. One of my followers also mentioned, he was like, I wouldn't have a problem with doing that, but if I decide to sell my home, she does not get any of the proceeds. I agree with that.
I agree with that.
I agree. You paid for it by yourself. Why should she get any proceeds of the sale? But asking her to pay rent because you paid it off already is a completely different thing.
That's too far. That's too far.
Yeah.
Let me
That's
tell
what I'm
you.
saying. If you need a roommate, just say that. Just say that. Don't try to pretend like you want to live with your girl.
I don't think they understand how dry we get. When
wow, wait. Storm, did you say you get dry?
Yes, dry, like the Sahara. I could not
believe you asked me if we move in an apartment together, we have to split rent. That's one thing. But you tell me, baby, come and live in my home. This is your home, which means if anything happens to us, I have to find a certain amount of money to go somewhere else. You understand what I'm saying? Yep. I have to figure out first, last, and deposit to go and move someplace else if anything happens, because this is your home and I have to respect that. So you want to tell me when I come to live with you, baby, give me some rent money? No, you talking about tenant, give me some money.
Do we know the age of that person? Like, if you,
like, it didn't say.
Nah, it didn't say
how old they were.
Damn, like.
But this is the thing. It doesn't matter because there were people who were old and no. There were people who were old and young who were still on that same thing, calling the woman entitled, saying that she want to live for free. I'm like,
I am entitled.
But
I am entitled. I am entitled.
You ain't even out of good. You ain't even out of good. That's just like too far, man. Like, you agree to split the bill half. I mean.
So let me put something out there. What if he did not tell her he paid off the house?
Then he's a lie.
Thank you. Sorry. That is a liar, and that is somebody that you should not be with, because you're basically you're gonna be sitting there saying, I didn't pay off my mortgage, and you're putting this towards it.
No. He didn't have to tell her that. Hey, let's split the bills half and half, and 800 goes towards the house. He doesn't have to tell her what it is for. I'm just trying to be the devil's advocate here.
You gotta tell me though. I had to pay an extra $800 besides the bills. You gotta tell me what that is for.
I think taking that step of moving in together is like
it's serious.
Yeah, there's discussions have to be.
So let me ask a question. So if the mortgage was active, you agree that you would be willing to pay the $800, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's say the mortgage is active. You're paying towards the mortgage because you're right. Now he decides to sell the house. Do you feel like you're entitled to any share of the house because you was paying a piece of the mortgage?
But
that's me though. I know some women might feel differently.
I think that's something could be agreed upon since before you do that. Like, okay, if the house is sold, this is this is where we at. I think that's numbers you can actually crunch and see. Let me get to a position. And
because if my rent was $1,800 and now I'm only paying you $800, I'm getting to save $1,000 every month. You get money towards your mortgage. It works out. It's a win-win for everybody. Right. I don't feel like I need your house.
The problem is the mortgage is paid off. That's the problem. So y'all are actually punishing somebody for good behavior.
No, that is not punishing.
So
could I say this?
Hold up, Storm. Okay. You're saying I am unwilling to give you money towards this house because you were a good boy and paid it off in advance. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
No, that's not what she's saying. Go ahead. Say it. Do what you say.
Okay, so this is the only how I could see him having something in his mind is, okay, you come from paying 18, now you only had to pay 8, what you're complaining about. But that, I don't understand how.
That's how I would see it, but go ahead.
Well, we know Rari. But I am saying it's about a union here. It's about you trying to join your life with mine. You are trying to get a one-up because you already paid your house off. That is like if
you know what I'm also trying to unionize? Our pockets. Yeah.
Okay,
put $800 in there.
My pocket,
Let me explain something to you and what my issue is with this situation. Whether or not I was there, isn't that the same bills you have to pay?
And now I'm paying half.
Listen, now I will definitely not have an issue paying half of the bills because obviously I'm there. Water's gonna increase. Current's gonna increase. You had to eat. I had to eat.
I have a question.
All these kind of things.
I have a question.
Sure.
So the mortgage is no longer there, but the taxes never go away. So are you guys willing to pay towards the taxes?
Yes. I assume that it's part of household bills. Yep, that's part of the bills.
Okay.
So there's the understanding that that's a part of that.
So if I say the 800 is to property taxes, y'all are okay with that?
No, I want to pay half the property taxes.
But yeah, I'm telling you, it's towards that 800 a month towards property taxes.
Either I pay food and them household bills, and you figure that out, or either or. If you want to play that game.
Yeah, just frame it as rent from a girlfriend is kind of just off. Like for me, like even if
she lives there, ALMABOY. She lives there.
Yeah, but
yeah. What happened?
Tenant, man. Don't tell me that's a girl.
So what?
That's a tenant.
Right.
Exactly. That's a tenant.
I agree.
That is a tenant.
So listen, you're here as my tenant, and every now and again we gonna get some sex.
No, we're not. Because I have a new boyfriend. I have a new boyfriend now.
I have a boyfriend.
I have a new boyfriend now.
Listen.
No, I want to lease. If I'm a tenant, I want to lease.
Okay. So you're not a tenant. We're roommates that have sex.
No,
I'm
thank
a tenant.
you.
As long as I'm paying you rent, I'm a tenant, Kareem.
Roommates pay rent. Roommates don't pay rent.
Let me.
And they also have a
lease. If you're my roommate and I don't want to pay rent, sure, we can indulge in those type of activities. And every time I don't want to pay a bill, I go whine a little bit to the left and I whine a little bit to the right. Because
I just feel like it's a situation that's set up for a level of just nonsense I don't want to deal with. Like she could go live someplace else. She doesn't have to live with him. If the $2,000 increase is too much for her, she can go find another apartment where she have her peace of mind. If you want to come sleep over, you could sleep over. But there's a problem where somebody who's in a relationship with you is trying to get a come up off of you. It doesn't matter that him having paid off his mortgage does not matter in terms of what he has to charge her.
So I need to pay a fare every time I get in your car to ride because you pay off your car already?
Exactly.
Well, you're buying half the gas and half the insurance?
No.
I'm sorry, what?
You're paying half the gas and half the insurance?
No, because if I had a car and you got into my car, you paying half my gas and my insurance. No.
I wouldn't have a problem with that.
What did chat room say?
Then when it needs to go to the mechanic to get new
tires.
tires.
Yeah, check the chat room because I don't understand all this.
YouTube Mixcloud face. What is it?
Mixcloud is a little slow here. I don't see much on Mixcloud. Bertha says she better get her own place and stay independent.
That is a sign that a guy would do that. Like it's a sign that
that's a red flag.
It's about him. It's not about us, it's about him. And because if you say to me that we're splitting all household bills in half, that means insurance, that means boiler, that means AC, that means everything. Unless it's a major stuff that your insurance should take care of, like a roofing problem or something. Anything that falls in that rent, I have to pay half for because I live there. But if you're going to take a certain amount of money from me every month just because it's I am saving money every month, then you're really not for me like that.
Let me,
What if she breed? Then what now?
She paying rent? What do you mean?
How to pay rent?
Hell yeah. No, there's an extra person in the household, more water. All your bills going up. Listen, this is a real world here, man.
No, you need to see these on what's this on YouTube.
Eva, you have to pay some rent.
Yeah, hell yeah. When
that's why you have Eva run up and on the steps.
Yeah. When Eva was born, I was like, babe, rent going up.
That's a problem.
Hold up. Dexter says from 800 versus 1800 plus rent increase. They need to get married and have kids. No kids, not married, or really you have no kids with man. This is not making sense on the woman's side. I can give you an example. Example not making it. Ooh, this man getting used. It's 800. Yeah, that's what Dexter says.
Notice says not Dexter.
Sony.
That's me. That's me because I was like, I saw Dexter right now. I had to go into the chat.
You say
you did?
Couldn't help myself.
Listen, man. No, on a real though. Here's my honest take on this. I feel like asking the person like your significant other for rent is a bridge too far to cross for me. I don't think I'll do that. But what I have to say from the man's perspective, I understand the sacrifice that man may have made to like get that house, the down payment. I don't know what he went through. and he probably feels like, you know what, you come in here and enjoying the comfort of a house. I feel like he's thinking that he needs some kind of compensation.
But that's his asset. That's his asset in the long run.
Yeah.
That's your
She's not taking anything from that.
Yeah. Even if he to view that way.
Right.
And if anything, if she was gonna pay $800 on top of paying the household bills to his asset, if they break up and she leaves, she could file some type of papers to be like, I want money from the equity that was built while I was there. She legally has the right to do that. But my thing is, if you're not gonna ask her for rental income, then she shouldn't ask you for that money of equity for that same reason.
But
that same reason you put in all of this work and you pay
And
it
not
off.
only that, am I responsible for all the education you received before me, all the everything you received before me? That is stuff that you did to better your life.
That has nothing to do with her.
But
like me.
But you guys are being inconsistent, because you're saying that if the mortgage was existing, you wouldn't have a problem paying the mortgage.
Because it's there. That's what I'm saying. Because it's not there, it's a situation where there's no mortgage, so he's just being personally compensated by her living there. There's no need for him to be personally compensated if that is his partner, his significant other. If he was saying, you know what, it's my cousin, my boy need a place to stay, I could understand him being like, all right, this is rent that you're gonna pay while you're there. If
So
that's how you want to put that
should it be
in
so
a romantic
different?
relationship, that's different though.
Wow.
So if they get married, is that the case for a prenup and all this good stuff?
I would sign a prenup. I have no problem signing a prenup.
Yo, and after marriage, rent is going up by 10%. Period. I to buy.
Horrible.
I need money to pay for the ring.
So,
let me ask this.
Oh,
my
shoot.
upkeep every month is about, let's say my upkeep every month is about $100. You get to enjoy my upkeep. Should I say to you every month that, babe, you got to give me $40 every month because, my upkeep is so and so amount of money, and you like looking at me and you like my walk?
All right now. Not the WAP.
Huh?
The whole WAP. Not even half the WAP. He's getting whole WAP.
Whole thing. All right now.
Listen.
Dude winning, man. Yeah, both of them is a win-win for everybody. I mean, she probably coming off a little bit better. I don't know.
Right.
That's not. But
you
I don't even think she's coming off a little bit better, because aside from the monetary value, besides of the monetary value, she had her own place.
Right.
She had her own place.
She still
so
has her own place.
it's not just a monetary thing, like she's losing the space that she had for herself. That's what if you want to charge her, give her a designated space in that place that's just hers.
No, she can roll over and get penis in the morning. I think that's worth $800.
Let me tell you something.
I think that's worth $800.
You think yours
being able
$119 is worth $800?
Yep. Stop.
Yep.
Do not testify to what you don't know about. Stop.
You know what?
Listen,
You're absolutely right. I'm going to sit down here with my WAP.
Wild and Holy, you don't think the convenience of being able to roll over in the morning and see your boyfriend's face and knowing you can get surfaced when you want it is worth $800 a month?
I already said if this person was telling me that I have to pay rent, this person no longer ceased to exist as my romantic partner.
Stop it. Some of y'all will pay $2,000 to go see a man in a foreign country just for a day.
This is not,
but y'all not willing to spend $800 to see a man next day every morning?
It's the experience.
Come on. It's worth it. It's worth it.
That man does not care about me. He
what
doesn't
you
care
mean?
about me.
Because I'm taking $800 from you, but you are willing to give your management company.
You're willing to pay $2,000 to go and see a man for a day.
Stop me out fronted.
Yeah,
y'all fronted.
I would pay to play math.
No.
Dexter.
Don't study what I pay to manage.
Dexter Johnson wants to call in. Dexter is so into this conversation he wants to call in. I wonder if I should
tell him send a voice note, man. Give him
the number.
He has a number, right? Tell him send in a detailed voice note.
Listen, I have no problem. If you say, okay, well, I'm not paying this amount of rent anymore, let's do the savings, let's do this, let's do that. That's different from me. I just giving you $800 for rent. Like I can't, like that. I don't even know if it's right or wrong. I'm just going to say that I'm not settling my work properly. It's not.
Storm, you're the devil. So what do we say? What's your final take on this, ALMABOY?
Nah, I wouldn't. I can't.
I will move in, and every month I say I don't have it.
All right. So
You see, that is how it creates wicked girls. That is how you create a wicked girl.
I will pay half the bills, but that extra.
My thing is this: if there's a mortgage and if there's payments and stuff, I don't have. I would contribute to bills. I definitely would. I'll pay half of everything. But to say I'm just giving you money so that your account getting bigger, because if I wasn't there, you wouldn't have that extra $800. You understand?
Right.
And
you're already helping him by
paying half the stuff. And it's not even me helping them. I feel like I'm living there.
But he is also helping you by saving you an extra $1,000 a month.
He's not saving me nothing.
Why not?
Saving me nothing.
Why not?
If I move to another apartment, my new landlord is not going to determine my rent by, how much was you paying at your old place? No.
Yeah, but rent,
it doesn't matter what she was paying at her old place.
Rent ain't going down. It's only going up. So,
but not only that, my old landlord
this rent ain't going down.
Yup. I don't have to cook for my old landlord. I don't have to clean for my new landlord. I don't have to roll over when my new landlord want me to. I don't have to do any of that. I don't have to see my new landlord. So I'm paying for that convenience as well. If I'm living with you, you will expect me to show up in a certain kind of way.
You know what? That's why.
Either I'm gonna be your tenant or I'm gonna be your girl. Tell me which one you want me to show up as.
Listen.
And I will act accordingly.
Listen, Wild and Holy, that's why you're gonna stay renting. You're not moving in my place.
No.
Stay renting.
That's okay. I'm fine with it. That's why I said in the scenario, they were specific.
You could have saved $1,000 towards the down payment. But since you want to be so difficult, stay in your place.
She didn't need it.
Stay in your place.
She's a 7-figure girl. She's a high value woman. You don't even need that money.
She's a high value woman.
Yes. She got plenty money in the bank. She could afford it. It's not about affording. It's about the principle. It's the principle of the thing.
And
he is taking money out of his woman's pocket. That's not your woman.
My principle, it's worth $800 to wake up to my penis every morning. That's my principle. That's my principle. And that's where I'm staying.
This is a safe space.
I'm mad.
Rari. This is a safe space. You are allowed to have that opinion. You need to find another girl that's in alignment with that opinion.
A pot for every lid. There's a pot for every lid.
Listen, this is a safe space. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel.
I know.
I know with it, but that's how you feel.
Some man moving in again for nothing, so hey.
Yeah.
For 119 seconds.
But me.
I have had people moving on me for nothing. I've never said, well, you gotta pay this, because for me, it's like, if your person is moving in and you're helping them out or whatever, that's what you're doing. This counting my money. You don't count my money, sir.
Yep. That's why I said if it was a reverse thing, I wouldn't have a problem if like the person I said, I rent a room in my apartment right now. She does pay $800 for her room.
Right.
She has that designated space. She has a month-to-month lease. Everything is as it should be. It's a tenant landlord situation. Hello. That's why I didn't get no breakfast. Remember you guys didn't get breakfast? I didn't get no breakfast. That's not her job. But if my man now moves in, that's a completely different story. He's gonna be staying in the same place I'm staying. He's not gonna be expected to pay any rent. Yesterday I posted on my IG after I finished shoveling out my car. That's the only thing that we not splitting. That's the only rent that I'm expecting him to pay. He's gonna shovel out my car. He's gonna shovel up the pathway, all of that kind of stuff. Everything else we could split. And when he gonna make breakfast, he making breakfast for both of us.
We could put an ad out for that, man, to shovel snow.
All right.
Yep.
So Dexter really wants to get in on this call. Dexter, send us a message on WhatsApp. I'm gonna send you a link.
That's a voice note.
I'm gonna send you a link to join the video call. Yeah. Dexter Johnson really wants to. So message us on WhatsApp. Once we get your number, I'll send you a link and you'll join the call.
I guess I different. I didn't even think that was a thing. Honestly, like even
I didn't think it was a thing. I know,
flabbergasted.
I was even more shocked that they took that stand so strongly.
Yeah.
I think it's not even a question. It's the fact that they took that stance so strongly. I was like, what?
You know what I think it is? I think that there are a subset of women who would come in and want to take advantage. They might come in. I have a friend who she might come in and she'd be like, I'm also not paying half of the bills. But she's also someone who you would never have to worry about what you're eating. Your fridge would always be full. Your belly would always be full. The house would always be clean. She's that type of person. But don't expect her to also pay half the bills. And that's between the two and whoever it is that she's moving in. If that's how they want to move it, that's fine. But when you ask on top of that, I think some guys are like, why would you come in here? You're taking advantage and she's entitled. And it's just like, that's a gross exaggeration. If somebody's paying half of the bills, they're not taking advantage of you. I think you're taking advantage of her by asking her to give you an additional $800 when you don't actually have a mortgage.
Let me ask all the women on the live right now, right? If the scenario was flipped and you were moving your boyfriend into your house that you already paid off, would you ask him for rent?
No.
All right.
I wouldn't.
What about you, Storm?
I have done it. I actually do have a flipping mortgage, and he wasn't contributing to shit.
Okay.
Not in a bad way. When I say that, I mean like I kind of aggravated that they say I would have to contribute. But it wasn't like, okay, we agreed that he would pay anything or anything like that. Like, we know why he was moving and we had that discussion. I already had to pay that stuff anyway. You understand what I'm saying? So it was like, you're either going to help or there's going to be a situation we're going to get into or no, right? And it's like, he still wanted to give every money, and he did. But I have never demanded any amount. I didn't put anything on the table. Maybe that's a discussion I'll have now that COVID hit me in 2020 and I need it. But for the most part, it's like I believe in coming together, and every couple have a right to dictate their relationship. I truly believe in that, and circumstances dictate certain things. But if you do not need it and you just ask it because you think I should, because before me you did this, then you're not really for me like that. You're for your come up all the time. You just want me along with you.
So she basically, at the end of the day, basically when the bills and income, she basically paying the same as she was having her own place.
No, it can't.
But 800 plus, I don't know whatever half.
Yeah, but she was paying 1800 plus her bills
but
in
it
full.
doesn't matter.
Do you know how much it costs on Netflix? Do you know how much it costs on Netflix?
You counted my money. What if I was, okay, let's say, what if I was paying 800 before? What would you do? Say, baby, you gotta pay me 2 or you gotta pay me 4? You counted my money.
Yeah.
I am counting your money.
Exactly what that
I'm
is.
counting my money. Because
Exactly.
when you give it to me, it'll be mine.
Money before I moved in.
What?
And that's the thing, right? Let's say half of the bills is $800. So she pays her half of the bills, and then she gives him $800.
Yeah.
She's the one that's paying for the whole house. All of the bills, her 800, his 800 that she gave him, that he's now putting in as his half. She's the one that's paying. He living for free. She living there and he living for free.
I ain't see no problem.
Come up.
This is a
So
capitalist.
that is a scenario where you have to
capitalism
bring
at its
another man
best.
into the house to help you.
Business,
I need another man in that house to
But
help
that's what I
me
said.
with my
It's
portion.
business.
Storm says
It's
she need
personal
another.
and personal.
Storm says she need another man to help her.
Yeah. Because I pay my portion plus your portion. If I get outside man to come and help me with my portion that you live in.
Oh
Your
God.
name is on it, though. It's my house. Your name is on it. That's it. If I'm paying all the bills. And
you best believe at that point, I need equity in your home.
Yep.
At that point, I get equity in your home because I'm paying $800. Let's say half the bills come up to $600 a month. So I'm paying 6 plus my 8. What are you paying, sir? That's my house, according to Consuela.
True story.
How is
True
your
story.
house? I already paid off my house. How it could be yours?
You know what?
It looks so.
Just go ahead and y'all break up, and you go find a girlfriend that's gonna be thinking like, oh my God, he loves me so much. He's only gonna charge me $800 to live here.
Yeah,
Go ahead, go be with that small-minded man.
I agree with the assassin. If you're not gonna deal with me like that, I'm going to come into your house and say every month I don't have it. And this, let me tell you.
DJ Trick said the moral of this story is that women are unreasonable.
Absolutely not.
Good morning, Trick.
I beg to differ.
Listen,
I beg to differ too.
I was waiting to see if Dexter was gonna hit us up on the WhatsApp. Dexter, you need to send us a message so I can post the link to join the video call. But if not, we're about to switch it up. We have the back in our corner, and I only wanted
So
to
wait,
talk.
after we get married, rent going up, and then after we
how do you
have a
mean?
child, rent going up, and after we have the second
That's what I'm saying. She's a slave. And she's paying for herself.
Listen, property taxes goes up every year.
I'm a charge
So wait,
interest.
so
Property
I don't-
taxes goes up every year.
I will pay my $800 if I don't have to cook, clean, or walk you.
You will pay the $800.
Yes, I have my own room.
Yeah.
I don't have to cook for you. I don't have to clean for you. I don't have to do anything. I'm gonna
That's
rent
the only way
Nah.
that I would accept that.
You being a tenant.
Nah, go back in your place.
No, but you see,
And
that's the
as
thing.
a
You're
matter of
trying
fact-
to have both.
as a matter
You're
of fact,
trying to have her as a
don't-
tenant and have her as a girl. Which one is it?
Don't let the door hit you on your way out. Go back in your place.
My
All right,
bottom
bye.
right big. That door, I go in. I not even coming in. That cause that door gonna hit
Go,
me on the way
go,
out.
go,
I
go.
not even coming into that situation.
Triggs, I have another word for women. Ungrateful. I take you out of your $1,800 situation and tell you eat. I know you want to be mad. Go back in your place.
No, you're not telling me it. I
And-
already
and-
have
and-
to pay half the bills.
Exactly.
and-
So it's whatever the bills plus 8.
But you
which
are
could
pay-
be
you are paying bills too.
$1,600.
What, you just living in your house with no Netflix, no light, no whatever? You are paying bills too.
But I also, again, it's probably not gonna. One, the bills for a house are different from the bills for an apartment. It's
But
gonna
that's
be
what I'm
much
trying
more
to
money.
say.
I'm not. No, I.
Utilities is included. That's what's important. All I gotta pay is Verizon, my little Fios. I gotta pay for my personal phone bill.
So go back,
and that's it.
Go back and eat ice cream on the lonely nights and don't call me to come over.
Who
either.
said it's gonna be lonely?
I ain't coming back.
Again, you see
I
this
ain't coming back.
I ain't gonna be lonely.
I ain't coming back
Don't
either.
come back.
No.
Don't come back.
I ain't coming back
Call your
either.
pappy, or I decide to call your brother to come and finish the job. Guess what? He gonna finish the job. Okay.
To pay that job there for my boy. Them girls-
Yeah. Let me hit that. I'm getting it right now, man. I'm getting it right now, man. Hold on. I'm getting it right now. Hold up. Let me get it for them.
You said your brother, your uncle,
your stepdad.
Everybody gets it.
Why them so wicked, but I know so them gyal are wicked.
Hold on. And you know what? I'm gonna play it another time again.
Them gyal are wicked, them wicked.
I don't care.
Them gyal are wicked, them wicked.
$800.
So you know what? If you come to my place, the place
That's
that
what I
I've
would be
paid
doing.
my
I will be
mortgage
coming. Absolutely.
off, and you're telling me you're not paying rent here, what?
That will never happen. You will never listen to that.
That will never happen. Anyway, I think I saw who is it? I think the Dexter did send us a message now. All right, Dexter.
Oh, God.
So Dexter, we're gonna send you a link to join this call. Let me get into this call real quick.
Let me get comfortable for Dexter.
Yeah. Next thing, Dexter jump in the room with a different. You know what? Let me not even go there. All right. So
Dexter is a brave guy.
All right. That's not Dexter yet. That's me. I'm just jumping in here to copy the link to send to him. Let's see. Get the link.
That's how it is create wicked girls, because when you do stuff like that, the type of woman that would actually go for that is the type of woman that is cause all the most heartache in the future. And then you want to go and wonder why you're in relationship after relationship after relationship.
Right.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
I don't agree, but okay.
I definitely agree. That is how you, because you're literally taking advantage of her. You're taking $800 from her, saying like, yeah, that you don't need to take. And so a woman who's really trying to build with you, why would you do that to her?
No, I have me thinking about that. I would never even think about that before. Like that was really not a thing, you know.
Like, don't mix me up in this. Don't mix me up in this.
So there's like nobody. I not with all they were like, no, I didn't even know it was that thing.
I think it's predatory, which is why I say, like, if a man that I was dating, in a relationship with, thinking about getting married to, offered me that proposal, I would feel like this is a red flag. This is not a relationship I would want to be in, because he literally is telling me he wants to he's telling me I'll do this, but I'm gonna charge you for this. Like, what?
Why not?
I just had a thought.
So let me ask a question. Go ahead, Consuela. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, okay, we move in, we do all of this, and I buy all my good smell sweets, my good soap and all of this, and you use it. Because I'm smelling my husband right now using my damn son. And I'm thinking, okay, we move in, we do all of this, and I buy all my good smell sweets, my good soap and all of this, and you use because I'm smelling my husband right now using my damn soap, and I'm thinking, okay, we moving, we do all of this, and I buy all my good smell sweets, my good soap and all of this, and you use Dexter, take it off of Mixcloud.
Yeah.
Echoing.
Yeah, I mute him.
I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, Dexter, I muted you real quick. So load on your background or take off your Mixcloud for a second because we get a feedback.
Yes, sir, Dexter mouth look rude like he ready for us.
Yeah, Dexter ready for you guys. Dexter ready for you guys. Dexter is absolutely ready. You know what?
Dexter.
Let me see if I can give Dexter the camera here, the floor. All right, Dexter, the floor is yours. Unmute your mic. Let us hear what you got to say.
Now you hear us?
Yeah, he should hear us.
There we go.
Dexter,
his mic is still on mute.
Hello, you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you. Yeah, he should hear us.
I hear you, but how you hearing me?
Yes.
Dexter,
his mic is still on mute.
No.
Hello? You hear me?
I can hear him.
We got you.
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you. Yeah, he should hear us.
I hear you, but how you hearing me?
Yes.
All right, guys, I had to take that off real quick because Dexter's audio is still coming through the he's listening on the same device he's doing the call on. So Storm, I don't know if you guys can hear me. Just mute y'all mics for a second. Everybody mute their mic for a second and let me explain what's happening. I'm going to turn back on this thing. Doing the call on. So Storm, I don't know if you guys can hear me. Just mute y'all mics for a second. Everybody mute their mic for a second and let me explain what's happening. I'm going to turn back on this thing. Doing the call on. All right. So Dexter, your audio from your computer is coming through the call. So whatever you hear, it's coming back up. It's coming back to us. And that's giving us a feedback loop, right? So you got to figure that out. Let's mute you here. I really want to hear what you have to say, but you got to take any video that you have running in the background, you need to take it off. The only audio you need to have running right now should be the GMGT Jitsi call, and that's where you need to listen to us. What's happening to you right now is the same thing that happens in radio. When somebody calls the radio and then they have that radio playing in the background, that's what's happening right now. So if you're watching on Mixcloud, I need you to shut that down, and then I'm going to unmute you right now. Everybody, let's go unmute the mic, and let me try this again, and let's see if this works this time. Okay, everybody come back in, and let's hear what's going on. Hello?
Yeah.
Hi.
All right, we good.
Hear me now?
Yes.
You good to go?
Yes, good to go, Dexter. You were insistent on
I'm a fly on the wall. I love watching the program. I know half of the guys in the Sunday show.
Okay, nice.
You see me before, but I ain't gonna say nothing. Ladies, right? Pretty ladies, right? I respect.
I want to hear this. I'm waiting.
Your views, right? I'm over 50, right? I fell in love with a woman 40 years ago. No, I can't say 40 years ago, 20 years ago, right? In 2001. She wasn't working, whatever. I said, fine, come in my crib and chill out and everything. I was making good little money until they get herself situated. So, okay, fine. She began to find a little job, but every so often she don't stay in it long. She get pregnant, fast forward in. She get pregnant. I say, fine, you stay with the child and make sure you nutrition is good. Fine, no worries. And she continue. Now, she's not paying for no bills. She's not paying nothing. I'm paying everything. So now, when hard times hit now, I need her to step up. You understand me? Okay, then. Step up means that what? Find a part-time job, find to contribute. But the person still refuses to do it. So years pass. I'm still in a financial trouble, but still I support the same thing. You understand? Everyone understand where I'm coming from?
I understand where you're coming from, but we said that we were already going to pay half the bills from the job.
Right, but even though you and I sat together and we said you're going to pay half the bills, and a month one pass, you didn't contribute nothing, month 2, month 3, month 4,
same thing. So what do you want me to do as a male person?
Sweetie, you were the wrong woman.
I
I am a
want you to
woman of
move out.
value.
Right. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't know why you let this woman come in your house and feel that she can just stay there and not contribute.
Let me ask her.
I move out.
Let me ask a question. Hold up.
Play.
Hold up. Dexter, you said she got pregnant. Was it for you? Because it seemed that pregnant came in like...
But it's how he said
Yeah.
she could stay with the child, not my child,
Yeah.
the child.
No, my fault. Not that
It's
clear.
how you said it, sir.
Yeah. I was thinking the same.
So,
Anyway,
it was your child?
Yes, my child.
Oh, okay. All right. So, okay. So, that would complicate the situation because now you have somebody who you have a kid with and they're unwilling to contribute to the wellness of the whole team.
But in essence, to what the guy is, the woman came into his world,
right?
Which married, no commitment,
right?
Him to tell the other woman to pay $800, I think that's reasonable because that's what he feels like.
So I
reasonable for the person that he should be with, which is probably not her.
So let me
feel, but it's what he feels.
He feels comfortable because he knows what his bills and takes. He pay off the mortgage. He have other things coming up in the pipe. He want to make sure that she can contribute in her well-being.
Dexter, did you
That's
send
why
me
you
that?
have to really get to know somebody before you guys move in. If that's a situation where you are helping her out and you don't know her well and she comes to stay with you for a period of time, I understand where you're coming from. But if this is your girlfriend, you've been together with her for a year, hopefully you guys took the time out to get to know each other, right? And, that is why I say sex complicates stuff a lot. Because you guys didn't spend the necessary time to really get to know each other as individuals. You have to know from dating this woman, especially how you guys splitting bills for dates when you go over to her house, when she comes to your house. You know the caliber of woman, if she's willing to put out of her pocket for you or not.
Listen.
Exactly.
Hey, pause.
Where every time we go out on dates, every time something happens, you're the one paying for it. When she comes to live with you, why would she not expect that you're going to take care of the whole house as well?
Listen, Storm, I don't care about that. I have been willing to overlook character flaws once the sex was good. So don't tell me I should know the woman. If she have good sex, we moving in and we go figure it out after.
Did I not just say that is why
Not
having sex
anymore.
really complicates
Listen.
stuff? Did I not just say that?
That's the problem right there. You talking about you willing to overlook character flaws for good sex?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, but
why do I have to come to your place to get good vagina when you can come over to mine? Stay here.
Which is why you end up with women who
figure
take
it out.
advantage of you, where you feel like you got to charge a good woman half your bills plus $800. That's the problem.
So let me
because a good woman, if you let her move in, even if you weren't saying, oh, you have to pay for this, you have to pay for that, a good woman is not going to wait for you to ask her to step in when financial strife comes. A good woman is going to be like, babe, don't worry, I got the bills this month. A good woman is not going to let everybody falter because the man can no longer step up. She's going to step up without you even having to ask. But a worthless woman who you don't care about her character, but you like, man, she got some good wop, that girl is not going to care. She going to be like, so you still giving me my allowance this week? You still got my allowance? She going to be mad that she can't get her hair done. She going to be mad she can't get her nails done. That is the type of woman that you're talking about. We're not talking about that woman.
Okay.
I am not that woman.
Okay, let me just give a true story of something. Well, it's not similar. When my wife first moved here, right? I assumed that I was the one that is giving up a lot for her to move here. Not understanding, like, she was back in Grenada, she had a good job, she had money saved, she was making waves, and she gave all of that up to be here, right? But in my mind is like, listen, I could have stayed by myself and enjoyed my life and blah 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 blah. Not until she said that to me, like, hey, I'm here now and you acting like you're still on your own. Then it became apparent to me of the things that she sacrificed to be here and in other words, for us to live together. So I know I was playing devil's advocate with a lot of these things, but my serious take on this is that if a woman is willing to give up like an apartment and a space and give up a lot of the freedoms and a lot of things that she has to move in on your grounds, I think coming to try and charge her $800 for rent is a slap in the face.
Yeah.
So that's my serious take on it.
Slap in the face.
Huh?
Because Dexter's situation is different.
Yeah,
Like,
Dexter's situation is different. Your situation is different, Dexter, because you pretty much had and I don't want to sound disrespectful, but to put it plainly, you had a leech.
She was taking advantage.
Yeah,
She was taking advantage. Yeah,
you had a leech, and I don't. That's the plainest way I can put it.
And that's the mom of your child, so it's hard to say that.
Yeah.
But it's a different situation. You said that she fall on hard times and move in with you.
Right.
That's very different from, a woman have her place, she's doing her own thing and doing all of that, and her release was up, and you guys said, hey, let's move in together. That's a different situation altogether. And you guys, and before she got pregnant, there was no boundaries created that you say, okay, you could stay here for this amount of time until you get yourself up, or this is happening, that is happening. And she had a baby for you. So it's like that's a different dynamic. We're talking about, for example, I don't have any kids. But if I move into a guy, I don't think I get pregnant in 2 months. I mean, don't say nothing.
Let me ask Dexter, how's the relationship between you and your kid's mom right now?
I'm making it work.
Okay. So pretty much it's not good. That's what he said.
That's why I'm making it work.
Yeah, I'm making it work. It's not the greatest.
I hope she's not watching. Sorry.
Ooh. Madam Leach, if you're watching, I apologize.
I don't.
But that is what it is.
But that is the mindset. It's so weird because I have friends who would tell me, "Oh, you think you're better than people. You think you're so good. You think you're this. You think you're that." Because I prefer to pay my own way. But these are the reasons why. Like, I don't want to put that burden on anybody else. You understand? Like, I don't want 10 years from now, you look at me and go, oh, I was paying all the bills for you. I was doing this for you. I was doing that for you. And you have to know the type of woman you're getting involved with. If the sex is that good that you want to take care of her, you do it and don't complain about it.
Hell yeah.
Don't complain.
I'm taking the good sex all the time. Good sex.
I know, Gary.
Good sex.
I don't understand why you paying that much money for 190.
Listen, Dexter, thank you for calling in. Thank you. We appreciate
Dexter.
that.
Thank you.
Hurricane wants to call in now.
Nice to put a face to the name.
You open that kind of worms there.
Yeah. Hurricane wants to jump into the call. Hurricane.
All right.
Hurricane.
That's it. I was just thinking.
It's a virtual morning. It's a virtual morning. We can do this.
It's good to put faces to the names now and actually interact with them.
All right, Hurricane. I'm going to send you the link via WhatsApp right now. Yeah.
Virtual Tuesday.
Virtual Tuesdays. I like that.
For all the fans, Virtual Tuesday for we. So you wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm sending the link to Hurricane now because Hurricane want to give his 2 cents.
Yeah, because the Warriors got to get in on it.
That would be cool to have one of them in every Tuesday or something like that.
Hurricane, jump in on the call. Let us know. My homeboy Neil is over there on he says, are they willing to go 50-50 if the house needs major repairs, or will it's your house, fix it?
I'm replacing no roof. That's 10,000. I say replacing no roof.
Storm had a bad experience with the roof.
My thing, I think if the roof is 10,000, you want me to put in 5,000. One, we should have been saving for that kind of thing anyway. Yeah. But if this is somebody that I'm moving in with, and this is how we're moving together, like we're really doing this stuff, I would consider putting in for something like that, because I'm assuming first of all, I'm not moving in with anybody if I'm not already engaged. There's a line.
I don't assume nothing with these people. You have to have that discussion, have it in writing. If you don't have it in writing, record the conversation. If I replace in your roof,
you feel like you own the house.
Mm-hmm. If I am replacing your roof, this is a different topic now. If I'm replacing your roof still, which insurance should be covering that? We had to have a different conversation.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I not assuming if I'm moving in with this person, we're probably already engaged. We're probably getting married. Then I would look at it as this is our house. I would also be, if I'm sitting here talking about how it's a situation where I'm putting in that kind of money, we're also having conversations about, hey, we're getting married. My name is also going on the deed, right?
How are you
that's how I feel the conversation is going, where we're getting it to a higher level.
But how are you saying this is our house when we just said that if anything happens, I'm having to walk away with nothing and he's keeping his house? And I am agreeing with that. But when
no, I said if I'm moving with somebody, we're engaged, getting ready to be married. So it's not, we're building. Like this person is like, oh, we're gonna pay. I'm paying half. They're not charging me extra rent. Like if we're talking about these higher bills, I'm like, that's a different situation. Like I said, I'm gonna assume we're in a place, if I'm considering it, where we're talking about getting married, putting my name on the house. Then it's our house. That's our house.
I noticed Consuela is a little silent this morning.
She wanna kill somebody.
Y'all talking. I'm not gonna say
You know when certain people get long hair, she's just there like I'm just gonna take this in.
I honestly feel like I don't have. And I'm not sitting here, because my thing is if I'm renting, 9 times out of 10, my utilities is included. 9 times out of 10.
Where you renting from? Don't you pay your own light?
Where you there?
Yeah, but I'm saying if you're living in a lot of these buildings now, most of the times they're included. What I'm talking about is just like you own a house and I'm renting from you and everybody got to pay separate because everything is separately. When you living in these new buildings now, everything is included. So in that aspect, that's included. So my $1,800, obviously if they're increasing it to $2,000, I'm still going to be able to afford it because all I'm paying for is FiOS, my phone bill,
FiOS is expensive.
my car note, and my insurance.
Yeah. FiOS is expensive.
Let me ask you, let me flip this a little bit.
You don't want to get a little break on your FiOS?
I want a break on my FiOS. Let me flip this a little bit.
Optimum for a month and then go back. That's the break.
Ladies, what if as soon as you move in, he happened to lose his job?
That's a good
That's
take.
fine.
Yeah. That's a good
because
one.
I have a mental.
So you're now going to pay all the stuff.
That's fine.
No, I have to pay all the stuff. I'm fine with that, but I'm saying, what is your take on that? If as soon as let's not even say he loses his job. Let's say as soon as you move in, a month later, he says, "Baby, I want to pursue a different career. I want to open a radio station."
That feels personal, Storm. That feels personal. that feels personal.
I will no longer be working. You have to cover
the lifestyle that you had or we had. It has to be downgraded for some time. That has to be a conversation that we've had way before you decided to come a month into the situation. When me coming there is because I know that this was going to happen and we need to ease the burden because we want to grow together and we are building a foundation so that you're able to live your life and do what it is that you want to do.
What you're passionate about.
Dream. Yep. And I will be here to assist along the way. Just know when it's ready for me, baby, we got to be right here. Okay?
Amen. But communication is key.
So what if he takes the 800 and then in a few months he said, "Babe, here's your $800 you've been giving me for the last 2 years. Now we can go rent a place." I think Hurricane just joined us. Let me hear what's
Hurricane.
Oh,
What we renting a place for?
No, buy a place.
First of all, that $800, if you're gonna go study a dream, that means that you investing, and that's my investment, baby. So I am your investor.
Okay. All right.
We have a business.
All right, we have Hurricane joining us. Let me see if I can get Hurricane up on this. Hurricane, that
should we mute ourselves?
That no, we don't need to mute ourselves. He's joining the right way, but I think his internet is a little bit funky. Hurricane, what you have to say, sir?
Hi, Hurricane.
Good morning, guys. What's going on?
Morning.
Basically, listen, I wouldn't charge 800. If we together, I wouldn't charge 800 because it don't make sense. You done.
Hurricane just kissing up to y'all.
The rest of the Warriors get married.
And
I take bribe.
We together, unless we together and then we break up. If we break up and you don't have nowhere to stay, then I charge you the 800 for rent.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'm good.
Don't take the concept like DJ Tricks, because Sunday what he said, he basically didn't make no kind of sense.
Whoa. Tricks, come defend yourself, Tricks.
That he don't make no sense.
Anybody else want to call in?
Basically,
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, it's basically that's the way it's supposed to go. If you with someone and y'all had a child together and y'all live in the same place, I still wouldn't charge her. That the fact is my child included.
Right.
You understand? If you want to pick up and leave the house, you could go, but my child is staying with me.
Whoa. That's a different. That's a whole different conversation. But okay.
No, I don't know.
I hear it.
Listen, I don't know where you going, and I don't know where my child going to end up. He don't have a house. Let him stay here until you find somewhere better. He will come and visit you. I ain't guarantee if you're going by a next
DJ Hurricane.
You understand?
Somebody give him the collection plate today.
Ladies, I'm gonna mute the ladies here. Hurricane, I thought you was for the fellas. I thought you were for the fellas.
No, I actually for the fellas now, but the way Tricks at some Sunday is like he bringing down the fellas.
Yeah.
And somebody got to take a stand and represent for the fellas. But
Tricks, what do you have to say?
I raised up with a single mom. I raised up with a single mom, so I wouldn't disrespect a lady like that.
What? By asking her for rent? I don't.
But some
listen.
ladies, though, don't get me wrong.
I would not look at a guy different if he asked for rent, but I'm just saying I'm not gonna go that.
Let me ask Hurricane.
I would look at him differently.
Let me ask Hurricane. What station you working for again?
Listen, for those of you who don't know, Hurricane is a part of the extended family. You can find him on SOS Radio in St. Martin. Hurricane, plug your platform real quick. Let people know where they can listen to you.
Well, I'm on SOS Radio. Monday to Friday, 3 to 6, and Saturday mornings from 8 to 12.
All right. And guys, there's enough for everybody out there, so I feel comfortable saying I've listened to Hurricane. Sometimes, most times he's on air, I'm on air too. But every now and again, when I get some time off, I do lock in, and it's a really good show over there too. So big up to
and
them.
it's the same thing with me, because I just have to clash between the hours.
Yeah.
And between and when I answer, it's kind of really hard.
We were supposed to get him for an interview, so I don't know if this is not it. Okay.
This is not it. This is not it.
I have breaking news.
Okay.
No carnival in Atlanta.
All right.
Ooh.
Good. Let's.
Sorry, Storm. I know that you were saying that was going to be a good financial thing for your business.
And 2021.
Hurricane. Yeah, let's we're gonna cut Hurricane.
Thank you, DJ
thank you
Hurricane.
for coming in.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anybody else wants to join the conversation? We have 15 more minutes. Let's take some outside people. Chaos, Gigi, any one of you guys want to join and give y'all opinion?
DJ
Triggs, come defend yourself. Triggs,
y'all
defend
sure
yourself.
y'all want Triggs to come on in?
Yes.
We want Triggs. Triggs, send me a message on the GMGT WhatsApp so I can drop the link in there for you. And anybody else wants to join. DJ Jokes, do you have any thoughts on the situation? Anybody else out there?
Yeah, lots of thoughts in the chat.
Yeah. That's why I'm asking him now.
Virtual Tuesday.
Yeah,
I like this.
Let's get this.
I like being able to talk without.
All right,
we Molly now?
No, Molly, they watching she virtual concert over on the other people station. Okay. So she just
a long time I ain't seen Patsy.
Yeah, I haven't seen Patsy.
I've been asking for Patsy for the longest time. I know she's alive because she posted.
I figure something went wrong somewhere. I didn't investigate.
No.
Yes, please investigate.
If it's anything I said, I'm sorry. You can come back.
I don't think it got nothing to do with what we said, baby.
Well, you never know with this thing. You never know how. Okay.
Yeah, so let's.
I need the bacchanal sometimes. You know?
Yeah. I miss
He does have
that.
very good things to say.
I have a quick conversation. If we don't have any callers in.
All right, no callers in as yet. As soon as we get one, I'll let y'all know. We shut off at 10, guys. So if anybody wants to join us in the conversation this morning, let's do it quickly. You notice what we didn't do, right? We didn't speak about the bacchanal corner this morning for this conversation.
That's all right. Virtual Tuesdays. It is all right.
All right, let's go.
So So, you guys, I don't know if anybody heard the news. You know, they've been doing that silhouette challenge on TikTok and stuff. Right?
Right.
So some people, instead of, because not everybody have that red light. I was so about to do it, people.
No, the red light. You're not supposed to get the red light. The red light is
It's a filter.
It's a filter.
It's a filter.
I hear you, but some people got a real red light and some people got a filter. So there was a young gentleman, something, stripped the filter off of it, so you were seeing these girls.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I did hear about that.
Real naked.
Wait,
y'all, they was naked.
Wait. How was he able to strip the filter?
Whatever software he did, he was able to strip the filter off of their stuff because it's a filter you put on, and then he was seeing them fully naked.
And reposting it and putting it up.
And putting it up. And putting the person's name and stuff like that on it.
So you getting naked for that challenge? I know.
But yeah, they were getting naked, but you don't see anything because, you know.
Just wearing lingerie.
I always
first saw. Then afterwards, I started seeing nipples and stuff, and I'm like, y'all naked.
So
and
because we thought it was those of us who don't know better, we thought it was a naked challenge.
Ooh, so Stormy was going to get naked?
I know, she said we. I was like.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I was on it.
That's one thing I'm not doing.
I don't want to die, so that wasn't even a thought process because
with that said,
a whole fist in
the guy stripped the whole. I don't ever send out naked pictures. I'm just saying, shit was juicy. So
it sure was.
Is he wrong?
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
What?
Yes, he is wrong.
I'm just asking in line of what we are in right now.
I'm sorry to say this is
Go
a
ahead,
safe space.
Go ahead.
So, so he stripped it and he did that. Now, I was having this conversation. Akila, if you're listening, hi, mama. So, I think she have her show on right now. Anyway, so we were talking about the violation of it. Women feel violated and they have every right to feel violated. So Facebook and Instagram got together with TikTok and they deleted his account and they want to press charges. Some guys are saying, this is the conversation that I'm hearing more than I'm hearing that these women were violated. I'm hearing, once you put that stuff out there, it belongs to the internet and you never know. They should know better. If you put yourself out there like that, we expect buyers beware, all of that drama, right? Congratulations to the chat I was in on Clubhouse. The talk should be that it is not safe to do anything. Like, we are living in a world where you constantly, and not only that, some of these, the ones that I'm seeing is big girls who talking about body conscious and all kind of stuff, like different bodies, different types. And I get that it's buyer beware, and I get that, you have to have it in the back of your mind, people could do anything. But nobody is thinking when you put something like that out there, people could strip your filter. Right.
And it still doesn't make it right either. Even if you put it out there, I could walk outside and I could get robbed. Yeah. It doesn't make it right for the person to rob me, though.
Exactly.
I know all this saying, and I'll try to be because I advocate for y'all all the time. But something like that, I'm just hearing of this challenge. You're naked, but you filter. I mean, that's all it's telling me. You putting yourself on the internet naked with a filter on, and not expecting. No, I'm just saying.
No, not expecting. Right. Not expecting. I walk outside with $1,000 in my pocket. I'm still not expecting that somebody will get robbed.
No, were we not expecting? No.
I'm saying, why are we okay with these women shouldn't be doing it because they should expect this? And why are we not talking about we have perpetrators out there that should not be doing this?
Okay.
Right. It becomes the conversation about saying, women should do XYZ so that men don't, blah, blah, blah.
Hold up.
No. Regardless of gender. But I mean, like, when in specific and talking about like rape, when they say, don't wear this so you don't get raped. No. We should be teaching boys not to rape. Just the same way we should be teaching men not to go, or whomever, not to go and put naked pictures that someone has not told you it's okay to put up. That's the part.
Hold that thought. We have DJ Jux just checking in for Virtual Tuesdays. Let me see if I can get him up on the screen right now. DJ Jux is in the building. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Welcome.
What's going on?
We're good.
Morning.
So, all right. So let's cover this because y'all playing games over here. So let's cover this right now. I see all the men don't want to talk.
All right, this man bringing the heat.
So let me bring it for the men them because Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. If a woman that's making, she's bringing in $1,800 in her own place, and she's coming in to my place,
right?
Oh, she paying that $800 over here because we not married.
Okay,
we not married. And nowhere in the story y'all said that y'all was married, they was engaged, none of that stuff. She coming in with $800. That's how I was looking. If you don't want to come in with your $800, then you find a new place for your $1,800 or your $2,000, however much you want to spend, and done.
DJ Jux,
Is she also paying half the bills?
DJ Jux, you should see
She
the
don't have to pay for half the
eyeballs.
bills. She's gonna pay her $800.
That's fine.
She gonna pay her $800.
Let me.
So
hold
wait,
up.
I don't have to pay half the bills plus my 8 because that's the topic. Paying half the bills plus 800.
Let me hold up. Let me ask a quick question. Had he not said half the bills and he said, you know what, you need to give me $1,500 every month to cover everything, would you guys be okay with that?
They're not gonna be okay with that. You know why they're not gonna be okay with that? Because they want to live there for free. That's why. They're not gonna be okay with that.
Gross
They're not gonna be okay with that. They're not gonna be okay with that. Because the minute they say he has his own place, he's not paying any note on the place every month. Everybody's saying, all right, let me come in the place and everything's cool. Let me come in, let me stay with him and everything. We're not trying to. I'm not trying to fix the roof. I'm not trying to fix this. I'm not trying to fix that. But I want to come and stay in and lay up. So you want to stay in the house.
This is why when men and women have conversations, men like to say women are illogical. But listen to this argument here. Nobody said none of that, but he done assumed that this woman just wants to live for free, and then they want to say, "Oh, women be coming into arguments and being emotional." Let's be logical. Let's be logical.
I said I am willing to pay for half of anything, any boiler, anything that goes down.
Yes.
The only thing I said I'm not paying half of because that's a $10,000 bill or whatever is the roof, and insurance usually covers that. Now, with that said, sir, I could speak to my fellow women on this cabinet. Nobody don't want to live. Nobody's nowhere for free, and we're not trying to come upon nobody.
Exactly.
You talking to women that barely want to ask you for $5 when we.
I don't even want to ask for $5 because of that reaction. We are talking about women that we feel safe with. And I am already living by myself for free. Have you met me? If I wanted to live free by a man, that could happen.
And this is what I'm saying. It then becomes a problem. You're characterizing this woman as a gold digger and entitled. That's not the conversation. The woman in the scenario is not a gold digger or entitled. She's willing to pay the half. You're asking her to pay an additional $800. And if you say, oh, well, 15. Okay, so she's going to save $300 to lose her agency, to lose her autonomy.
To lose my independence, to lose all of that.
That's not enough for her to be able to move.
Wait, I lose people.
I mean, at the end of the day, let's be real about it. At the end of the day, y'all not married. Y'all not engaged. Y'all just in a relationship. How long, but y'all in a relationship. So at the end of the day, it's subject to the relationship being broken.
I want to know.
So understanding that the relationship can be broken because there is no significant. Wait a minute. There's no significant commitment, right? We don't have any significant commitment. Now, if you said engaged, you said married, I said, all right, fine. Totally different story. But they're not engaged. They're not married. So him asking for $800 plus extras is not a big deal. Why?
And they're not married, so then should he give her a lease?
That's cute.
And her designated space in her house. And she's not cooking for him or cleaning for him or rolling over. They're not sleeping in the same room. They're not married. This is just $800 rent on top of the bills that she's paying. That's just
Hold up. Again, stop. Had he not said, decided what was what? He said, you know what? Babe, you're moving over here. I need $1,500. And he doesn't break it down for what it's needed for. Are you guys okay with that?
I don't think because
first of all, it's enough. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Yes, the assassin is in full effect right now. Let me tell you something.
Baby girl.
Y'all men want situation shifts, but y'all like the relationship benefits. That's one. Secondly, I'm not coming into no situation where I'm leaving and I have everything that I need and I desire. If that's the case, when you sleep over, do not leave a toothbrush, do not leave underwear, do not even change your clothes, you cannot use my soap, you not even get to borrow a rag nor a towel. That's second. Third, I don't need nothing from you. We made we made a commitment to each other that this was an upgrade from where we are now. We're going to move the relationship to a next level. Being engaged and being married, that's one thing. But we have to be building somewhere. I'm not going to be in a relationship with you if you want to just stay on this stable ground, honey. That's not what's going to happen. We got to be moving to something. In that case, fine. I can move in, and this will be a rental situation. I expect my lease on the 1st.
Yep. Wow. All right, tell him how you feel.
We didn't talk about all those extras. All we said was taking the situation face value. Taking it face value.
Face value, you guys are mixing up
hold up.
different women.
At face
Different
value.
qualities of women.
Okay.
And that's what I think is going on here. You guys are mixing up different quality of women. And we want to blame women for being gold diggers and all of that, but guys put that out there so that they could do that.
But he's looking for his one up with that extra.
Yeah, he's the gold digger. He's the gold digger in this situation.
Hold up.
Let me finish.
Again, hold up. DJ Jokes, thank you for calling in. We're gonna see if we can get somebody else in on the call. Appreciate you.
Thank you, DJ Jokes.
Thank you so much. Let me ask that question again because y'all refused to address it. Had he not said what the money was particularly for, he just said, hey, babe, you need to give me $200 or $1,500, but he doesn't designate what belongs to what. Are you guys still willing to pay?
It depends on how much it is. I don't think $1,500 is $1,500 is not enough for me to move to go live with my man.
I need to know what when you buy your when you get in your credit card, right? You want to know how much your APR is. You want to know all these things. I want to know where my money is going to. When I'm investing in a situation, I want to know, you know what? I'm having a business. I need stoves. I need appliances. This is what it. No, that's not how this works. You don't get to tell me.
The number has to be beneficial for both parties.
Yes, it has to be.
When you're talking about
at the end of the day, in match up to what you know, even if it's still, it seems like only one will be gaining based on the number.
Right.
But you know, when you put a number like that, no, calling it the rent, yes, does make a, you know.
I need any. It's 10 o'clock. We should be going off now, but I want one woman to call in with their opinion. Any woman out there, hit us up on our WhatsApp.
Patsy when you need
Storm, I know you're trying to say something 5 times. Go ahead.
I was going to say that I get it with guys, especially when we have women out there that just looking to go from man to have them take care of them. I get it. And you guys have been in that situation for so long. It's hard to distinguish who is for you or who is not for you. But men don't take the time to get to know the woman that they're with. If the sex is good and the bodies look good, you jump into a relationship with that woman based on her physical qualities. She looks good.
Smiling, yo.
Hold up. No.
I just found out I have this cousin that lost basically everything because of not getting to know that person. He lost
exactly. So when you get with somebody that you don't get to know because you want to so get into that pants or you so want to just physical this or you want to take her out because she's a baddie or she's this or she's that.
I'm going with the sex every day.
Yeah?
No, I'm messing with you. Go ahead, Storm.
What did he say? I'm a baddie, yeah? I'm saying.
I'm a baddie too.
Amen. But I am more than just a body. So
exactly.
You have to understand that when you guys mix yourself up with those type of women, you become jaded to the point where you're saying, no woman is going to take advantage of me again. Women doing this, a woman doing that, a woman doing the other.
And then end up reading those same women and complaining at the fact that she's a gold digger.
Hold up. So Hurricane that called in and just defended your honor just made a statement that contradicts that. He says all women is the same.
No, they're not. Hurricane.
The man that just called in and say
all women are not the same.
Yo, this
No,
is
the
too much
same with
fun.
all men are not the same. I don't believe all men are the
He had a
same.
moment. He had a moment. He's usually cool.
He said
Just
that. He said that's
understand
why.
You know what it was?
He said
Triggs
that's why.
broke into his house. Triggs broke into his house, took his phone, and sent that message.
Oh my God. No,
That was,
I need.
refuse to believe that was him. Somebody hacked his phone. He didn't send that message.
Hey, any lady listening to us out there, send us a message on WhatsApp. We'll send you the link. You can join the video call. Let's hear what you got to say. Is Chantel still on YouTube? Is Paris still on YouTube? Anybody want to call in? Let us know. We're gonna go till 10:15 when we're gonna shut down. Everybody have time?
I definitely want to talk about that challenge thing though.
I want to talk about it too.
Yo, I really thought they just had a nice lingerie and then you just literally see their silhouette. I didn't know that it was. Yo, I saw some videos, baby. I thought I harmed my man because I was watching them videos and
I see somebody just dropped in here. I don't know if they're interested in being a part of the conversation. That person looks like they're in Grenada. I'm going to send you the link. If you are willing to join, you can join us and give your opinion.
And they have to take off their mixed glove.
Yeah. So even
I just want to know who hurt y'all so bad.
Yes, that's literally. I feel like that's the question that I always have when I hear men talk like that. I be like,
I have homegirls that have
like
done that. Women that I have grown up with,
Yeah.
their mentality is a man has to take care of them. I know women like that. And we all know women like that. That is like men when they don't know abusers. Like you can't tell me, Consuela, you don't have no girlfriend that goes
that want to be taken care of. No,
I have a friend who's like whenever she goes out on a date. No, I have a friend who she literally, when she goes on a date, she does not pay the bill. She is like, when she gets married, she wants to be in a space where she's not putting anything towards the bills or anything like that. But she's also very clear in that her husband doesn't have to do anything domestic. She's like, I'm going to take that on 100%. He doesn't have to worry about that. He will never have to worry about the fridge being full or food being hot when he comes home. That's the stance that she's taking. She's like, I'll take care of everything. It's an exchange. That's an exchange.
And there are
I
some
really
men
don't know any
who's okay
women.
with that.
Right,
But
right.
I'm
That's
not-
pot
I'm
for
not-
every lid. Pot for every
I'm
lid.
not even talking about women who are saying, okay, I'm going to make sure and take care of all of that. But I'm saying that mentality of, and maybe because I'm a designer and certain work, the women come to
But
me,
I
it's
know you
like,
talk much stuff.
this man have to take care of me. You stupid, how you have a man?
Oh, yeah,
you,
I know
you
one,
walk
I know
in.
one.
How you doing this? We all know them. You understand what I'm saying?
mhm.
But that, like I said, that is like us saying that
But they don't
men
ever have
always say
shit
they
to
don't need
offer.
a abuser. They don't have nothing to offer, but they have a fat ass. But we have created
That's a lot to offer for some.
Exactly. That is exactly what I was going to say. They cannot.
That's what we are about.
But then you sit there and you think if some men really are like, oh, that's all I need, then I worry to myself, why would I want to be with that kind of man if that's your price? That's all you need. I have so much more than that. I have a very nice body. I think I have a great face and a wonderful personality, and I have my own, and I could be able to do all of the things too. Why would you settle for a woman that just looks good?
Listen,
because
for some man that might be too much.
Listen,
He don't
listen.
want
Right? Because that's too much for some people.
Listen to me. Hold up. Wild and Holy, you could have all those things, and you could be with me, and it's just the ass for me. I don't care about the other things you bring to the table.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
It's just
Why
the
don't
ass.
know, man? I like that. Or it could be the boobs. I was with a guy who was like, I hear you got bought, but it's the boobs for me. Some guys like personality and some guys don't. There's different people, and people have a right to want what they want. What I have a problem with is people who say, okay, I want a woman who just look bad, take care of herself, and do all of that, and then come to say that women are gold diggers. You want a gold digger. And you have to understand, for
You
example,
want a trophy, not a gold digger.
they
You want
want-
a trophy.
and they put out, for example, I have a friend, drive the baddest car, always do this, because he's looking for women that way. And I always say, what kind of bait you putting out for these women? This is the type of bait you putting out. This is the woman you're looking at. And when they come to you and they don't want to contribute to you financially, mentally, or emotionally, you want to have a problem with that. Who you looking for? That's like you catfishing and want lobster.
True.
You want catfish? Get catfish and be good with catfish. But don't be looking for lobster in a
Yes.
catfish trap.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes, yes.
And I'm tired of those men. I'm sorry.
Hey,
yeah,
DJ
or
Jokes,
even men who
DJ
don't
Jokes
want to do
says
the due
true.
diligence in recognizing one woman for the other. The same way, like women have to go out and you have to recognize one type of man for another type of man. Like
DJ
I'm not
Jokes.
interested in a man who only is thinking like, oh, she has such a great behind. Like that's great. I know I have it, but I would rather be with somebody who sees all of me and can appreciate all the parts, even if he likes some parts better.
Okay.
I want to behind.
I'm about to take out some girl and save it in our jam.
New business for 2021, girl. See, look, pivot.
Ooh. So DJ Joke says trophies get dusty after a while.
But you're still looking for them, sir.
And
but
Chaos,
you're going to still shine them. And when somebody new come over and be like, look at my trophy.
Chaos says, yes, Storm, they have Mobby money and they want champagne taste.
Hello.
I prefer Mobby.
I do prefer Mobby.
You will go and look for your Mobby.
And here comes Hurricane, but some women don't appreciate good men. All right.
That's
true.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Some men
And
don't.
there's
Some men don't appreciate good women.
Yeah.
It's
and
all
it's also
relative,
there's a
man.
pot
It's all
for every
relative,
lid.
so
Yeah.
There's a pot for every lid. You just
Yeah,
find
yeah.
who you're supposed to be with.
Sometimes there's 3 lids for every pot too.
I don't know about your partner, sir. I don't know about
Well,
your
you know,
partner, sir.
actually, I got a saucepan thingy
Yeah.
and an actual big ass pot and they use the same lid. So you might be on something.
Yeah. I know I'm onto something.
Don't encourage him. Don't encourage him. Even if you know that, keep it safe. Don't encourage him.
But it's not gonna boil water in 119 seconds. Both of them is not.
Hello. That is a word. Somebody send her the collection plate.
I'm gonna mute all of y'all. Every single last one
Listen,
of y'all.
man,
ALMABOY,
it's all
don't laugh. Pretend you're mad. Smile inside. Smile inside and pretend you're mad outside.
I can't help it.
Listen, some people really do prefer Mobby over champagne.
Yeah, I like Mobby.
It's just that simple.
I am here for it. And I'm saying, if that's what you want, get that. Stop buying Mobby. And when you bring it to him, think it's VS Tennessee. Like, you cannot do that. That is where the problem is.
So can I
you
give
want Mobby? Buy Mobby.
Can I
Keep
give
Mobby.
a true story?
Sure.
About Mobby?
No, about champagne. In 2007, I bought a couple bottles of Moet to go to Grenada on vacation, and I ended up not using one of them, and I still have it.
Can I have one?
Can I get one?
No, just one bottle that was left. I still have that, and I keep moving from place to place. It moved with me through 2 apartments and to this house.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Yeah, and I don't know why I still have it, because every time
As a family member at this point.
pretty much. And
give me the Ultimate collection.
I don't.
Wow.
How about you choke?
And
Drink some ALMABOY.
I keep saying there is gonna be like. I promised I was gonna pop the seal. We were supposed to do an official GMGT launch, and I said that would be the occasion for it. But when COVID happened, that pushed it back. So I'm looking for an occasion for it.
When
you know what's the reason?
paycheck?
You know what's a great reason to do it?
First
You woke
paycheck.
up today.
I agree. Can I come?
You are the reason. You are the occasion. You don't have to wait for a situation to come up for you to pop that bottle.
Yeah, I need
Woke
to.
up today.
Yeah, it's been 13 years, going on 14 years now. I have that bottle of champagne just
It's
moving
true, but it's
from.
still something special about. I have a bottle and I just feel like,
You know how many people say, "Oh, when I retire, I'm going to do this, that, and the third," and then they drop dead before they are able to live life.
I think, Kareem, if you donate it to me, it will go to a goodwill. Like
A good cause?
Good cause, goodwill, whatever you need to say in your brain, so you can give it to me. I there for it.
All right. So we didn't get any calls. I had one person who had a few notes on WhatsApp. They say the fact remains like both women drop their standard. Women want to fix men and they need to stop. We don't want to be fixed. So I guess that's coming from a man. Wow, Storm. That was a little strong there. Facts. So here's
I
what.
didn't have the fax emoji, so it's facts.
Yes. Listen,
that's a thank for it.
It's the end. I think it was this virtual show was nice.
Yeah, it was.
I enjoyed it. we're gonna shut down now. I think Shakira has some old shows ready to go live in a few minutes. So if y'all want to get some entertainment, we're gonna run a few replays for the rest of the day. The audio link is we are submitting our iPhone app to Apple probably tomorrow, Thursday the latest, and hopefully we'll have it ready in the general app store by next week early. It got some real nice let me see if I can put myself up on the camera here and show y'all how it looks. Let me see.
Is that excitement in Rareen's voice?
Yes, it is.
I don't hear it often.
It is. Let me see. So I wonder if y'all can see that. Y'all can see that? This is
no, the camera is not
the wrong
there.
camera on. The camera by the door is on.
The camera by the office.
I'm showing the audience, not you guys. Y'all.
Let me go to the chat, see if I can see that.
Let me see.
Okay.
So this,
I don't see it there either.
This is
your little phone.
All right.
It's blurry though.
It has to take time to
touch it. The light dim.
All right. So.
Oh, there it goes.
Daybreak would be on right now, so you see it says Daybreak, right? So, and it'll work in the background, so you can do other things on your app and continue. So we're pretty excited about that. We put in some work, some late nights to get this one ready. So
can you put in a couple more late nights to get it on Android too? Because I'm not an Apple person, and I would love to join. And download the app as well.
So here's what's gonna happen. Android is coming, but it's gonna be a few. Android is a little bit harder to work with because there are so many different screens. So when we design something for Android, you're talking about 10 or 15 different profiles we might have to set up. I'm not too sure how that one is gonna look. We might do something totally different for Android, but with the same results. So let's see. We're still trying to figure that out. Anyway, guys, it's been a wonderful morning. It's the wake up call. Don't forget, Wild and Holy is going to be with us every first and third Tuesdays. She's our consulting therapist. So if you guys have any mental health issues or anything you just want to discuss, you can hit her up directly on social media. Give them the social media real quick again.
Soul Vision Wellness. That's SOUL Vision VISION Wellness WELLNESS. On Facebook, on Instagram. That is also for my website, www.soulvisionwellness.com. And shout out to the people who saw me the last time I was on the wake up call and reached out for consultations. I love when people prioritize their mental health.
Great. Great. So guys, she has a resource. Definitely, I think mental health is a big deal. A lot of us need to just speak to someone, even if it's just to speak to someone. So as Wild and Holy, again, thank you for being a part of the team. You can also catch her on Sunday Mischief, but
causing mischief.
She belongs to us now.
She does.
Listen, I don't want no problems. I don't
She
want no
belongs to
problems.
us
I got
now.
lit up on Sunday. I got lit up on Sunday. I don't want no problems.
You belong to us now.
Listen, we're not gonna charge you $800 here.
Facts.
We want
Facts.
We will never let you up because you went for somebody else. We just always welcome you when you come back.
Amen.
Facts.
This is a safe space.
Facts.
She's staying.
So
she is on Stormy Nights this Friday.
This Friday. Yeah, I'm gonna be on Stormy Nights with Storm this Friday. And Black Money Magic is my financial coach Instagram and Facebook. Black Money Magic, like Black Girl Magic, Black Money Magic.
Hold on.
I'll hit it up.
So so that's some of the resources. Like we doing things to grow and get there and get you guys relevant and professional, information and opinions and stuff like that, because we really want to make a difference. So again, the wake up call, Storm, Consuela, ALMABOY, Miss Wild and Holy in the building with us this morning. We appreciate each and every one of you who tuned in. If you want to stay on the audio is going to have something running there too once we get off. So guys, thank you. Appreciate you. Have a great day. And what is it? Anybody have any?
This was the best morning show in
all
the land. Bye guys. Let me see if I can get this up.
The Wake Up Call. Now live on the best entertainment has to offer. Good music, good times. Where the culture lives.
Good morning.
We are the reason you get written up or worse, fired. Good music, good times. Where the culture lives.
GMGT big, 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 where the culture lives. Big, big, vibes big, big, big. GMGT, oh, it is what it is. Smartin'.